going to win this game. And I would put a lot of pressure on me, Zach. And to be honest with you, I'm happy I don't have to do that to myself anymore because that's just a lot. It's a lot building up to the game. It's the night before the game when you're there. The preparation. It's just I don't miss that part.
Well, I'll tell you. I mean, you're in kind of a different arena now that comes with like. I'm not saying the same. I wouldn't do that. It's a totally different variety of pressure that if you are not prepared, if you don't have your you-know-what together, chances that we have a good show are going to go to about zero, And so this is it's you and I have we'll get back to that later because I'm going to do the analogy of how similar this business is to professional sports without the physicality.
Yeah.
With the same
– the mental.
You have to have your stuff together. They keep score. We get contracts. You get fired when you don't perform. Like
you have to prep. The prep is there. And
yes.
like you said, it's not physical unless me and you get into it. And, I have to try to backhand you or something like that. But other than that, it's the mental aspect of it. But even with football, it's all about the mental game, right? Everybody is tough. Everybody is fast, big. But mentally, are you all there? Can you think on a dime, on the fly, when things are coming at you, when the bullets are flying? Can you think the same way? Can you make those plays under pressure? Something Bo Nix does a phenomenal job of, Zach. And in this job, there's a lot of pressure too, especially if you do not prep the right way.
Yep, and you'll ultimately get exposed.
Yep.
Did you get a nice reception after the announcement yesterday that you're going to be the legend of the game? Did you have maybe someone reach out or social media?
I had a ton of people reaching out on social media, old teammates from college, from the NFL. So it was good to be able to be acknowledged and have these conversations, Zach. But the type of person I truly am, I rather just stay out of that limelight now. I'd rather just go on. It be about my family or it be about our show, not the Phillip Lindsay getting ready to bang on the drum. And so I'm excited for this opportunity specifically for my kids and my wife to see.
That's very cool.
And then then you leave it at that and you move on.
Yeah, but you have to also understand in this moment that, and this is going to sound really weird, but it's not all about you. And here's what I mean. What you meant to certain people in the community. This is a moment, and that's why I said it's going to sound really weird because it's a moment about you.
No, I get you.
But the people who sat in those seats and cheered their lungs out for their hometown guy, it's their moment too. And to circle back and acknowledge rightfully, just that period of time that was so unique and special. And so I just hope you soak it all in, man. It's going to be a really, really cool moment, and I cannot wait to hear about it, and I can't wait to see it.
Hopefully I can be as detailed as you, Z, because, I'm telling you can paint a picture. I think you're like Sean Payton. You usually, when there's something that maybe I need to bring you with me, because if something happens, I'm going to let ZB tell that story because he's going to be detailed. You close your eyes, you can physically see it with your eyes closed. So if I could do that, if I could paint a picture just like you do, we're going to be in great shape.
Man, I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. Such a cool moment. It's a mile-high moment, no doubt about it, on Sunday afternoon, and the game is gargantuan. It's Broncos-Packers. I know I've said this yesterday, but it bears repeating. Guys, this is just the 12th time ever since seeding began that we're going to have a top 2 seed from the AFC play a top 2 seed from the NFC in Week 15 or later. This is a heavyweight fight. This is a rematch of Super Bowl 32. This could be a preview of Super Bowl 60. And by the way, I like eavesdropping on other markets to see what they're saying sometimes about us. And I'm listening to Packers radio, and we are not the only market saying this could be a Super Bowl 60 preview.
Well,
I've heard it 3 different times this morning.
I'm going to tell you this. If you're not excited for this game as a player, as a coach, and definitely as a fan, then what are you doing?
Yep.
As a player, now you might be able to kind of put it to the side because you're so focused on the game plan that you tend to forget that you're playing the Green Bay Packers or you're playing against Micah Parsons or Jordan Love. All you're trying to do is find ways to win the game. How can you be a service to your team? That's all you're thinking of. But when you take a step back and think about what this can lead to.
Yes.
The Denver Broncos,
Yes.
all right, have won 10 straight. They're undefeated at home. Everything's out in front of them where they can take the number one spot. Bo Nix is getting better every single game. Sean Payton, as a play caller this year, is getting better every single game.
He has.
You know, the defense is on fire. And so when you take a step back and you look at this matchup and how evenly matched these teams are when it comes to the Green Bay Packers and the Denver Broncos, from the coaches to the quarterbacks to the offense to the defense. I mean, this is what you want to see. You want to see two good teams going at it, and hopefully we have a great game and the Denver Broncos end up on top.
Yeah, I cannot wait for this one, man. This feels like, Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. It feels like man, I cannot wait to sit down and watch this.
Well, hopefully we're Floyd.
And yep. Although Manny was a puncher.
I know.
Manny was a puncher. So the Broncos, this is how big this is to illustrate this. The Broncos currently hold the 1 seed. I know you guys know that in the AFC. All right. They have a 46% chance of finishing the season as the number 1 seed. Now, 46 doesn't sound like a lot. I want to remind you or inform you, it's the highest percentage of anyone in the AFC. But that's how thick it is at the top, that the Broncos are the most likely, but it's still under 50%. What happens if the Broncos win this game? The chances that they land the number 1 seed will climb from 46% to 62%. Should they lose this game, their chances will go from 46% of being the 1 seed to 31% of being the 1 seed. So just the range. Remember that in math? I know you don't, Phil, but
you're right.
In math,
Enlighten
they used to have the range, right? And they'd give you a bunch of numbers. And the range is what's the smallest number to the biggest number within the numbers you're looking at. So the range here with a win or loss swings from 62% to 31%. This game is massive.
See, this is a dramatic.
It is dramatic.
If we lose. See, and this is why it's so important. And if you don't think Sean Payton has told his team this, knowing how Sean is and how he thinks, you're crazy. Sean is letting everybody in that building, from the training staff to the athletic staff, no matter who it is in that building, hey, we must win this game. So give us an edge. The food we're eating, give us an edge. Bo Lowry, make sure you give us that edge, and all of our players are ready to play, and they're healthy, and they stay healthy throughout this game because we need to win it.
Man, it is a biggie. You cannot overstate the massive opportunity for the Denver Broncos that awaits them at Mile High. This is not at Lambeau. This game is a Mile High. And, man, get your popcorn ready. Okay, it is a Bud Light Football Friday. We are live from MST Denver, right near Coors Field. We're going to be here until just about 6 o'clock. Would absolutely love to see you. If you ever wanted to give a pound, take a picture with Phil, with myself, we would love to do that for you. Okay, we are seeing something happen in Denver sports that literally has never taken place before. And we'll talk about it next.
Will the Broncos defense overwhelm Jordan Love? Will R.J. Harvey put together another solid performance in the run game? We'll react to it all in the Fan Football Postgame Show. Live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here on behalf of my friends at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, talking to you men out there as you head into the weekend. Guys, the weekend, first of all, we love our weekends because there's just less stress. And oftentimes over those weekends, you let your hair down and you and your partner, you're hanging out. Next thing you know, bada bing, bada boom. Guys, do not let erectile dysfunction ruin that moment, all right? ED is a medical condition. And like most other medical conditions, it's treatable. And I'm talking about treatments with success rates well over 90% with the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They've served the Front Range of Colorado for nearly a decade. They're not new. They know what they're doing. They've also successfully treated tens of thousands of men just like you. So I hate to break it to you, you're not that special. ED is actually pretty common. So schedule a consult today. The initial visit is only $99. That includes a medical consult with a Colorado licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. It's real simple, fellas. If the test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit's free. They have an expert staff, 5 locations in Colorado to serve you, so call them at 720-440-7900 or visit them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Hi, I'm Lexi, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. If you're planning to propose this holiday, we're ready to make creating your engagement ring a warm, welcoming experience. At Shane Company, we're all about your style, your budget, your dream engagement ring. Explore the widest selection of diamonds and ring settings ready for you to see in person, or visit us at shaneco.com. You'll have your ring in days, not weeks. Our friendly jewelry consultants don't work on commission. There's never any pressure, just perfect proposals. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 720-459-HAIR, advancedhair.com.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
It's the end of the year, and the holidays are finally here. It's tax break time at O'Mara GMC, and your new Sierra 2500 could qualify you for a major tax deduction.
Drive the truck you need and potentially write off a big portion of it at tax time.
Sierra 2500, just $685 a month. But don't wait. The tax deduction window is closing fast.
It's O'Mara GMC's holiday tax break. Ask for stock SF323923. Stop by O'Mara GMC on 104th or OmaraGMC.com.
Babe, your arms look amazing. Working out is paying off.
Thanks. I just wish my chest matched. No matter what I do, I'm frustrated with my man boobs.
Hey, don't beat yourself up. More than half of men have gynecomastia. It's gland tissue, not laziness. Same thing is happening to my friend Trisha's husband. He went to Dr. Cameron Dastery at Modern Surgical Arts of Denver.
For real? You get good results?
He got great results. Call him, honey.
Call today. They're offering complimentary consultations for the fan listeners. 303-470-3400 or at modernsurgicalarts.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos.
Hey, can you turn the station on?
Off and rolling here on a Friday as we are live from MST right next to Coors Field on a Bud Light Football Friday. And man, we have a big weekend that awaits us. Mr. Phillip Lindsay, how you doing?
Woo! I'm fired up. I'm wired, fired up. I'm wired, desired, and ready to go at it, man. I mean, it's the Green Bay Packers.
Sounded like Ric Flair over there, styling and profiling.
We listened to it. Was it yesterday?
Yes. Limousine riding, jet flying. Oh, I love it.
Man.
I love it. Happy Friday to you and yours, my man.
You too, man.
Yeah, it's going to be a big weekend. Should be a fun weekend. And obviously have the big boy game that awaits us on Sunday that really the world will be watching on Sunday afternoon. Some good games around the NFL we'll talk about a little bit later this afternoon. None bigger than Broncos-Packers. No more bye weeks.
Nope.
No more bye weeks, so the whole league is in action. So if you pull up the schedule, it's like, whoa, there are just so many games.
Well, NFL Red Zone is going to be popping.
Oh, my
It's going to be the hot commodity now because now everybody is going to be tuning in to see their team hopefully put some highlights on there.
Do you watch Red Zone?
I do. It's easy. You know, I'm telling you, even as a player, when you're walking into that stadium getting ready for the game, they have the TVs on usually. They have the TVs on for a little while. An hour before the game, they'll turn them off. And it's the Red Zone. So you're watching all these teams that are playing at that time, making these big-time plays, and you're sitting there saying, damn, like, I need to do this now.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey just went for 130 yards.
Yeah.
Can I go for 131?
I love it. I love it so much. So we'll get back to football here in just a minute or two. But we are seeing something happen in Denver sports that literally has never taken place. And I feel like we've said that a lot here lately.
Yeah.
Whether you're talking about the Avalanche start to the season, whether you're talking about a win streak for the Denver Broncos that no one saw coming, or you're talking about the Denver Nuggets and the best start to their franchise's history that added another chapter last night and extended the longest road winning streak in the history of the franchise. 11 straight. The Nuggets had never won more than 7 straight on the road, and here they are at 11.
You know what? There's somebody out there, Zach, saying, well, they're playing the Kings. It looks like they're playing the Kings every single night. That may be true, but it's still hard to beat an NBA team. And let's not forget, the Kings beat us the last time that we played them.
True.
All right, so we found a way to win on the road. It's hard to win on the road, guys. It's hard on it was a Thursday night to get up for that game, knowing that you should be able to beat them up pretty good, like the Denver Nuggets were able to do, and get that win. So they're rolling, Zach, and that's all that matters. I know for a fact that the Denver Nuggets are looking at their partners or their neighbors, the Thunder, saying, hey, we got to compete. Like, they're putting up these stats. They're dominating. Let's dominate. Let's step on the neck of the Kings, who should not have – they have no business being with us, so that we can rest our players in the fourth quarter, and damn it, they did that.
Yeah, it was a laugher. I mean, they got smiggity smacked, 136 to 105. I mean, just an absolute seal clubbing there in Sacramento. You're right, the Kings are not a good team, but that's what really awesome, potentially great teams do to bad teams. You don't give them a chance. And I loved the approach last night. So often I have been dissatisfied with the approach, more oftentimes at home than on the road, as the Nuggets are now 12-2 away from Denver, which is psychotic. But they came out and scored 41 points in the first quarter. They just had a seriousness about them. And you want to know what? I thought of you last night because
Oh, that's cute.
Because we've had these conversations, and throughout last year, we've had some fun with it saying the P word, and that's professional.
Yes.
You know, and so often I would come in last year saying that was an unprofessional approach. And that's like the biggest almost insult that you can give to a team. And last night after the game, Jokic, speaking to the media, was asked about it, and he said it was a professional win. And that's it. There was a professionalism to it. You dominated an inferior opponent. Every single member of the Denver Nuggets that hit the scorer's table scored, and that almost never happens. That might be the only time that this happens this year. It was like chicken soup for the soul. There was no stress. You could hang out. If you bet the game on the Nuggets, it was a no sweat bet.
Yep.
And it was the laugher that it was supposed to be.
And you know what, Zach? Knowing that you don't have Christian Brown, knowing that you don't have Gordon, you're going to have to rely on your depth. You're going to have to rely on some of these young players like Mr. Watson, who is, by the way, I mean, he's taking advantage of this opportunity.
Dude,
21 points.
I am so impressed with the consistency. He is getting an opportunity like this for really the first time in his career where he's a starter over an extended period of time. I was just expecting the ups and the downs and take the good along with the bad, and hopefully he grows. Dude, there hasn't been a lot of bad. He has just been consistently good on a night-to-night basis.
So when you're looking at the consistency part, we know that he plays really good defense. But where is this scoring coming from? Where is this confidence of like, you know what, I'm gonna be able to pull up from the range. I'm going to be able to slash and get to the rim. Is it Jokic in knowing that you're playing with the greatest player in the world and you know he's gonna find you because he has eyes on the top of his head and the back of his head and the front? Or is it just the confidence of this, I know that I haven't been paid yet and I want to show that they're making a bad decision, I should say bad decision on not signing me. Instead, they signed my boy Christian Brown.
Yeah, and, well, I think that the number one central reason to why he's playing this well, one, he's becoming a good basketball player. He's dedicated himself to his craft. He never left Denver in the offseason. He's just he is in it as a lifestyle right now. But the number one reason at the nucleus of it all that it's to this level is he's playing with the greatest player on the planet. And Jokic, he just makes everyone's life so easy, Phil. It's unbelievable. And Watson is learning how to play with him. And before, maybe you get 7 minutes.
Yep.
And now you're getting 25, 30 minutes with this guy on a night-to-night basis, and you're figuring out, okay, when I do this, I'm going to get the ball. When I do this, I'm going to get the ball. I know now not to do this. And he is just, man, you look at him, 21 points last night. He was double figures against Charlotte on Sunday. 11 points against the Pacers, 15 against the Mavs, 11 against the Suns, 15 against the Spurs, 27 against the Grizzlies, 15 against the Kings. That's his last, I don't know how many games, I think 9 games moving backwards. He has been in double figures in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the last 9 games.
But you know what that is? It's about being comfortable. That's just like, okay, for example, a running back. When you're in a neck-and-neck battle, and even during the season, you know that if you mess up, if you fumble, if you don't have that right read or make that right read or the right cut, the guy behind you is going to get his opportunity. And if he does well with his opportunity, you may be benched. Well, here with Payton Watson, he's already a depth player, right? He's coming off the bench usually. Now he's starting these games, but he knows that there's no Aaron Gordon that he has to watch out for. For him, it's like I can play free, and I can make the mistakes, and I know I'm going to be out here long enough to get in some type of rhythm. So what I'm trying to ask you now, Zach, is you have Aaron Gordon at some point, he's coming back.
Yep.
Does things change for Payton Watson, or if Payton Watson's doing what he's doing right now, do you just ride the hot hand?
It's a really good question. I think maybe initially you bring Gordon off the bench, but I'd actually still be surprised if they did that. Aaron Gordon's a $100 million player, $100 million player start. And so Payton Watson's going to have to return to his role and then re-find himself and who he is without playing with Jokic and the starters. And it's going to, there's going to be a learning curve again. Like, again, he's figured out this learning curve now, but he's going to have to figure it out again when he returns to the bench. But what we're seeing right now, and this is crazy because they don't have Aaron Gordon. They don't have Christian Brown. The Denver Nuggets are averaging 126 points per 100 possessions. That is the most psychotic stat that I can give you today. 126 points per 100 possessions. That's a 24-game sample size. Not only is it the best offense in the NBA, I brought this up last week, though, but right now it's the greatest offense in the history of the NBA without 2 of their starters. The greatest offense in the history of the NBA. If that number were to hold up throughout the course of an 82-game season, I'd say I have my doubts, but here we are. It's not 4 games into the year. It's 24 in the 82.
In fact, you're not talking about the Thunder. You're talking about our Denver Nuggets.
Correct.
So as good as the Thunder are doing, and they're dominating, the Denver Nuggets are out there doing their part too, especially offensively. They're pushing the ball when they need to. They're scoring at an all-time high. Everybody's getting involved. Like, this is fun to watch. The Denver Nuggets are fun to watch. Now, defensively, we know that they're hot and cold at times, but if they can get that game going, these matchups versus OKC when it gets to the playoff time, man.
Yeah, and I'll say it like this. This is a bizarre analogy. They're the Dallas Stars of the NBA.
Ooh.
Someone says, what
the
explain hell?
That.
They would be the talk of the league if it wasn't for another team. Right? The Stars would be the talk of the NHL if the Avalanche didn't exist. The Nuggets would be the talk of the NBA if the Thunder did not exist. Right now, The team's record for wins in a season is 57 wins. Phil, right now they're on pace to win 62. It was the 9th game. Last night was the 9th game this season where the Nuggets had 100 points before the fourth quarter started. I mean, this puppy, and goodness gracious, and I know the Kings don't play any defense.
That's their problem.
But Jokic and Jonas Valanciunas shot a combined 21 of 23 from the field.
Come on.
That is insane. They accounted for 51 points. There was no answers. It was.
They didn't even step on the court. That's what that looked like. That looked like shoot around.
It felt like it. It felt like it midway through the second quarter, if not the first. Okay, shifting gears here. The key to slowing down the Packers' offense comes down to one thing, and we'll tell you what it is coming up next.
How should Sean Payton protect Bo Nix from Micah Parsons? Can Vance Joseph's defense avoid another December slump? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football pregame show. Live on game day starting at noon. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel?
I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Enjoy this run to the playoffs and be safe when you're going to the games or to parties. If you do get into an accident, make the right call to Flanagan Law. While the other guys blend in, I stand out. Look for the Shamrock. Flanagan Law, your advocate when you need it most.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here. And last year, I went a little rogue and dropped a discount code from our friends at Hermes Worldwide. And you guys used it so much, they almost got mad at me. Well, I'm feeling a little spicy again this season. So I'm bringing it back, baby. You can get 30% off your ride to the game with Hermes Worldwide for your entire season. All you have to do is mention the code PL30. Again, mention PL30 when you book your luxury transportation to Empower Field. And contact Hermes Worldwide at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Go Broncos!
Catch a ride with EV and Auto. Catch a ride.
Merry Christmas from EV and Auto and your friends at Foundation Chevrolet,
where we've got a whole lot of deals.
During the Red Tag sales event, dash away in a brand spankin' new Chevy Equinox EV.
Or shiny new Chevy Blazer EV. All electric, all priced most merrily.
Together, let's drive. See us in Wheat Ridge or visit FoundationChevrolet.com.
Happy holidays and catch a ride.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, the new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
Jim, it's late in the half here at Empower Field, and things are coming down to the wire at the concession stand.
Nachos are a solid choice, but Grant needs to finish strong here.
He scans his wallet and pulls out his Broncos checking debit card for 10% off.
Wow, savvy move. And with no surprise fees, he won't regret this order.
I don't know, Jim. That's a lot of cheese. Bank like a Bronco with Broncos checking from INT Credit Union. Insured by NCUA. Membership required.
You know that feeling when you catch a glimpse in the mirror and think, hey, I look 10 years younger. That's what happens when you stop dieting and start doing Soda weight loss.
I tried point counting, calorie counting, shots, and nothing has worked until Soda weight loss.
Soda weight loss gives you a personal nutritionist you can text anytime.
Everybody's great here. Everybody's encouraging. There were some times where I felt down and they brought me back up. If you stick with this program, you will lose weight and you will get to your goal weight.
When you sign up for Soda weight loss, your partner joins for free.
If you're ready to feel stronger, healthier, and yes, look and feel 10 years younger, this is your moment. No meds, no gimmicks, just real results with real support.
Remember, sign up now and your partner joins for free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Looking to sell your used Rolex watch? We buy and sell pre-owned Rolex watches, all styles from old to new. Hi, I'm Scott Matthew with Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry. Bring in your Rolex watch and we will buy it on the spot. Matthews, located in Highlands Ranch, serving Colorado since 1951.
Is water damaging your home? Contact Groundworks, the basement concrete foundation experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at groundworks.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with St. Cloud State with pregame starting at 5:30. Saturday on 104.3 HD3, DU Basketball faces Cal State Fullerton with pregame starting at 1:30. And on Sunday, 104.3 HD2, CSU Basketball faces Northern New Mexico with pregame starting at 12:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, hanging out with you on a Bud Light Football Friday. Getting you ready for Broncos Packers. Just talked a little Nuggets.
It's Friday. We have a job. We have something to do.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. The key to slowing down the Packers offense comes down to one thing. And obviously, it's not just about one thing. But when you're trying to isolate, okay, how can the Broncos slow down Jordan Love?
Yeah.
Jordan Love in this passing attack is the strength of the Green Bay Packers offense. That's not to say that they can't run it, and I do want to talk about Josh Jacobs here shortly. And the questionable status and who he's been against these Broncos, because it's something.
He's been the boogeyman.
He has been the boogeyman. But the key to slowing down Love is getting pressure on him. Now, pressure impacts quarterbacks differently, all right? They just all sort of internalize it at their own rate, speed, all that stuff.
Yep.
But Jordan Love is deeply impacted by pressure. Here's some numbers to add some texture. Love has a passer rating of 126 when he is not pressured. That is elite of the elite.
Yeah, he'll pick you apart.
It's the literal best mark in the NFL. 126 passer rating when he's not pressured. When he's pressured, the 126 passer rating goes down to 55, bottom 5 in the NFL. So just think about that. Not pressured, he's the best quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
When he is pressured, he's one of the 5 worst.
See, and now there's a thing to that, too, though, with Jordan Love when it comes to the pressure. If it's pressure and he's able to identify it before the snap, then he's going to make sure that he puts his offense in the best possible situations because he is so smart. It's all about the disguise. So when you're going up against, let's just say, the Chicago Bears, watching some film on Chicago Bears, Chicago didn't do a great job of disguising some of their pressure. And so when Jordan Love was able to identify it, he took shots downfield because he's like, okay, it's man. It's man, I'm going to give my man a chance. But when you start to disguise the scheme, the coverage, now it starts to confuse Jordan Love, and now he doesn't know what to do or what direction to put the protection to, and now you got him in a bind where he's being pressured and making bad decisions. So it's all about VJ putting pressure on Jordan Love, but also disguising the pressure and disguising the zone or the man look to kind of throw Jordan Love off. That's how you're going to get pressure on Jordan Love and make him make mistakes.
Well, you got to push those right buttons, as
Yeah.
you're saying, because he was blitzed last week, and when Love was blitzed, he was 9 for 12 for over 100 yards. I mean, look, guys, this is just a bad boy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to paint him out to be, the next Elway, but Jordan Love is a freaking baller right now. That's just a fact. And so, but you got to get pressure on him. Here's his completion percentage when he's not facing pressure, 79%. Elite of the elite. Completion percentage when he's facing pressure, 41%. Think about, again, that difference, 79% to 41%. Passing yards per attempt when facing no pressure, 9 yards per attempt. Passing yards per attempt when facing pressure, under 5. It's 4.7. Touchdown to interception ratio when not facing pressure, 21 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Touchdown to interception ratio when facing pressure, 1 touchdown to 1 interception. So, Vance, here we go.
This is why you get paid the big bucks. You want to be the next head coach, you go in there, or when Green Bay comes to you on Sunday, you go in there and you dominate. If you're VJ and you're his defense, have a great game plan. Get the pressure, but also know that Green Bay knows you're going to play a lot of man, so you better get to Jordan Love. Jordan Love wants to set up. He wants to do the 5-step, the 7-step drops so that he can give his receivers times for these double moves for the deep ball throws. So that's something that for someone like Jonathan Cooper, someone like Zach Allen and Nick Bonito, you got to get to him. Make him feel that pressure. And pressure is either going to create a diamond or it's going to bust a damn pipe, as you already know. And we know that if you let Jordan Love sit there and pick you apart, it's going to be a long day. But once you get that pressure, once he starts to feel your presence, he will make a mistake, whether it's in the second quarter, third quarter, or fourth quarter when it matters the most. He'll make that mistake as long as you can apply that pressure.
Well, keep your eye on that dynamic on Sunday afternoon, how much pressure the Broncos can generate in the face of Jordan Love. Here was Sean Payton earlier this week talking about the Packers' Q.
His deep ball accuracy, his poise in the pocket. He can extend, he can climb, he can run. He doesn't take sacks. I feel like over the last however many years, I've watched him just progress, and so there's a timing and a confidence level. They do a really good job offensively of getting the ball down the field to a talented group of receivers, and they're right near the top. First in third down, I think they're second red zone. I mean, statistically speaking, both sides of the ball are way up there.
They are way up there. This is a complete football team that can absolutely go win the Super Bowl, but so are the Broncos.
Yeah.
And this is what makes this so fun. And when in terms of guys that I just would isolate in terms of who Love is going to try to deliver the ball to, Christian freaking Watson is a bad boy. Now, I don't know where he ranks around most people's list of top wide receivers. For me, Christian Watson, when he's healthy, he is a top 10 wide receiver in the NFL. This dude right now, if you pull up the stats from the Packers, it's going to say Romeo Doubs is the leading receiver. But Watson suffered an ACL. Phil, he suffered it in the final regular season game last year. He came back before Halloween.
Yeah, see, that's crazy.
Dude, he is averaging right now 18 yards per catch. That's the second highest mark in the National Football League. I mean, this dude, he is just a stud. Goes to show you how flawed the recruiting process is in sports, because this is an FCS kid. He played at North Dakota State. But, man.
Bison, man, they
pump out NFL players. But this dude, Christian Watson, man, since he came back, has been one of the league's best. He passes the eye test. The stats are great. Got to find a way to slow that dude down.
Well, and see, this is why you have to get pressure on Jordan Love, because we are going to play a lot of man. If you're VJ, you're the Denver Broncos, you're going to play a lot of man. So these are when the double moves are coming. Watson knows how to do double moves. He can run the intermediate routes, the short game, but he can stretch the football field with his length, with his speed. So if I'm the Denver Broncos. I'm not messing around with this. I know Jordan Love wants to be aggressive this game. And so guess what? I'm putting PS2, Pat Surtain, on Watson because it's good on good. It's about that matchup. Take away your best receiver, the Green Bay's best receiver, and force these other receivers, the second string tight end, and Josh Jacobs, if he plays, to beat him. But I'm not letting Watson get going, Christian Watson get going. I'm not letting Jordan Love beat me down the field. They're going to have to beat me methodically just down the field with drives. No big time plays in Empower Field. We don't take that anymore. So PS2, I will not be surprised if he's following Watson throughout this game.
Yep, that would not shock me either. Back to Love. According to Pro Football Focus, he is graded in the top 5 amongst quarterbacks at all 3 levels of the field. The short passes, the intermediate passes, the deep passes, he grades out top 5. And check this out. This is nuts. This is nuts. And you haven't heard this anywhere here. But you get this on the drive, okay? Jordan Love, after Week 11, turns into one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. His touchdown-to-interception ratio and his passer rating, Week 11 or later, dude, his touchdown-to-interception ratio is 37-3 in his career past Week 11. 37 touchdown passes, 3 interceptions. It's the highest touchdown-to-interception ratio in NFL history, Week 11 or later, and it's the highest passer rating in NFL history, Week 11 or later.
Zach, he puts his
Crazy.
team in good situations. This is where the checks and audibles, this is when the crowd really matters. You have to get loud because if he has time to check a play and the team and his teammates can hear it, that's when he puts them in great situations to have explosive plays. Also, Matt LaFleur is a hell of an offensive-minded coach. He gets better as the season goes on as well. So he's going to make sure that he's on the same page with Love and come up with these schemed-up plays to try to go at the man defense that VJ's going to throw at him.
All right, cannot wait for kickoff on Sunday afternoon. Okay, a revenge tour continued last night, and the latest chapter was called That Was Then and This Is Now. That's next.
Denver and Green Bay are set for a potential Super Bowl preview. Kick your football Sunday off in style with Denver Game Day, powered by Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos. Live on Game Day starting at 10 a.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's going on, everybody? You know the holidays are around the corner. Or, hey, you know what? They're here. And do I have to remind you that these are the times where you want to get close with your significant other, or you want to have that high energy where you're able to go out there and play basketball, play football, do what you want to do? Well, you can't do that when you're dealing with low testosterone. So go get it treated. And I'm here to tell you that Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic treatments work when the pills and herbals fail you, and they have success rates well over 90%. And some of these treatments can have you lasting an hour or even more if you really need them to. All I need you to do is take the low T quiz on their website. It's a simple 10-question quiz full of yes or no answers. It takes 2 minutes to do. All right, then what you're going to do is schedule a consult with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They're going to draw your blood and have the results within 30 minutes. After that, all right, you're going to sit there, you're going to wait, you're going to get your results, and then you'll get that treatment. There's also 5 locations out there to serve you, so there are no excuses. Go get treated. All right, you can go to Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. So give them a call today at 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Castle Rock GMC has Hummers for the holidays. Drive electric power with attitude. With new 2026 Hummer EVs up to $18,750 off MSRP. Stock number SU120032. CastleRockGMC.com. We are professional grade. Up to $18,750 off MSRP on 2026 Hummer EVs. Stock SU120032. Hummer EV offer requires vehicle registration in Colorado. Colorado residency. An active Costco executive membership for at least 30 days. Offer subject to dealer availability, credit approval, taxes, title, and fees. See dealer for complete details.
I know some people think after a car accident, do I really need a lawyer? Hiring Postman Law isn't only about the courtroom. We're your single point of contact in a complicated claims process. We take on the insurance adjusters, organize your medical bills, coordinate with doctors, and make sure nothing gets missed. Get the outcome you deserve without the headache. Call 844-POSTMAN. When other firms promise, Postman delivers.
Call 844-POSTMAN. Attorney advertising.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Today, even though it's not quite Christmas, you'll receive the most important present in the world. For the Alpine Bank family, member FDIC, Merry Christmas. I'm Glenn Jammeron. Now about the present. Often, we find ourselves regretful about something that happened in our past. Know that the past is exactly that, the past. Nothing can change it. We can only learn from it and bring wisdom gained forward. Other times, we worry about the future. Once again, you can erase that worry by understanding the future doesn't exist. So what's this magical gift you'll receive today? It's called the present. If you decide to live entirely in this very moment, without past regret or future fear, you'll realize the present is the greatest gift of all. Be where your feet are. Enjoy your present. Alpine Bank, committed to Colorado and you.
This segment on The Fan is brought to you by Embers Golf, where your passion meets the green.
Tune into Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
A revenge tour continued last night, and the latest chapter was called That Was Then, and This Is Now. I'm talking about the Stanley Cup champions, the reigning and defending Florida Panthers coming in. And I said to you yesterday, do you remember I had a little prediction on this game?
Yeah, they were going to get out of hand.
I said they are going to roll these boys. I said that they are in big trouble. And to the tune of 6-2, the Avalanche take their skate, stick it in the keister of the Florida Panthers, and then turned it sideways.
With the skate?
I mean, goodness gracious.
That truly was, what did Waterboy say? Opened up a can of whoop ass?
Yeah.
That was dominant. That was a dominant performance by the Colorado Avalanche from the start to finish.
Yep.
I mean, they were locked in. Now, somebody might be sitting here saying, well, the Panthers were on a back-to-back, on the last night of a back-to-back. Well, that's on them. Everybody goes through that. We've been through that.
Oh, yeah.
The Avs have been through it,
yep.
And yet came out on top, have come out on top. So that's on them. But what the Colorado Avalanche did last night just shows us that this is a cup or bust year, that they have what it takes. Now, of course, you got the Dallas Stars right behind us that are trying to, take our place. But what we're doing is the depth is there on display. The stars are out there shining, and the goaltending is doing their part. Even Blackwood giving up that goal early, shook it off and kept going.
Yeah, I mean, it was a dominant win. The Avs moved to 22-2-7. And became the first team in the NHL to eclipse the 50-point mark. The Avs are now 12-0-2 on their home ice, extended their franchise record, 14-game point streak at Ball Arena. We were just talking about the Nuggets winning 11 in a row away from home franchise record, more franchise records on the ice for the Avs. And man, oh man, it was one of these things. They hit them in the mouth early. They hit him in the mouth early. And I remember my dad growing up say the guy who gets the first punch in the fight usually gets the second punch as well. And it's the 8th time this year where the Avs have scored within the first 2 minutes of the game.
They just love to do that. They just have an act for that where it's like, you know what, let's just go ahead and start it off the right way. Start fast, finish strong. You know what's so impressive about that game, Zach, is 6 different Avs scored. Malinsky, Nate Dogg, Brindley, welcome back after being out for 3 weeks. I call him Rocket Man because he's out there. He's that straight dog, all right, that straight effort there. But he's doing his part. Lecky got on the score sheet. Gabe, and then, of course, Brock Nelson is having himself a year.
Oh, my gosh.
Come on now.
Dude, Brock Nelson, he scored a goal for the 3rd straight game. He had a goal he had 1 goal in the first 9 games, right? He now has 11 in the last 22 games.
The man's possessed.
He is cooking with gas. All right, he also had an assist, by the way. And it's just what an addition that he has been. Just an absolute revelation Brock Nelson has been. So, man, the vibes are really, really high, really high. And you mentioned Gavin Brindley. The dude missed 10 games with a lower body injury, and he comes back and just, bang, like gets his 5th goal of the season on a Brent Burns rebound. He's got 4 goals in his last 7 games played. This is Gavin Brindley. 4 goals in the last 7 games that he's played in. Gosh, man, that is another, and we'll continue to see how it ages, but another feather in the cap of Chris McFarland.
Yeah, I mean, for what Chris McFarland has done, he has put together a super team. That's what it looks like here. Now, of course, you can sit here, you can nitpick at things with the power play. I think that's going to kind of ease out as things go on. I think the power play is going to find their foot in whatever unit's out there at that time, and that's going to get better. But they're playing well. They're moving that puck around. Everybody is getting involved, and that's what you want to see. And they're getting the shots on goal. They're being more aggressive, it seems like now, where they're like, hey, let's press. Let's press. We have the speed, and that's something that the Panthers were not ready for. And maybe they were a little tired because they were on a back-to-back. That's their problem, not ours. But they could not stand or hang with our speed, and it showed throughout the 3 periods, and they had nothing for us at the end there.
No, absolutely nothing. It's good to see Gabe. I know you mentioned him scoring, but it's good to see him put one in the back of the net. He had gone scoreless in 6 consecutive games. Last time he had scored is when he put 2 on the board against Montreal back in November. So that was awesome to see. And, yeah, man, I mean, think about this. This is nuts. In 14 home games this season, the Avs are outscoring their opponents 67-31. That is insane.
Who said home ice doesn't matter?
That is so insane. All right, we are live at MST on a Bud Light Football Friday right near Coors Field. We're going to be here for until just about 6 o'clock. We'd love to see you, all right, and come say hello. Phil's already signed a jersey and a coat, and we would, again, just love to see you. Okay, what is the single biggest key to victory for the Broncos on Sunday's Super Bowl rematch and potentially Super Bowl preview? That's coming up next.
Will the Broncos defense overwhelm Jordan Love? Will R.J. Harvey put together another solid performance in the run game? We'll react to it all in the Fan Football Postgame Show. Live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. The holidays will be here before you know it, and for many families, that means excitement, but also stress. Between gifts, travel, and higher prices, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, especially if you're already relying on credit cards to cover the basics. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. If you're a homeowner, you might have considered reaching out to my friends at American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. That's why American Financing created the Smart Equity Loan, a simple, smart way to get your finances back on track without giving up your low mortgage rate. Unlike a HELOC, which can fluctuate with the market, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate, so you'll have one predictable monthly payment. It lets you use your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt, free up cash flow, and still keep your existing mortgage intact. There are no upfront fees to find out if you qualify. Call American Financing at 303-695-7000 or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. Imagine all that could happen in 5 years. Jobs may change, kids are going to grow, new memes will come out, but also, what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Well, thanks to Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you actually don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that finds and fixes any issues before you even notice them. It's like a super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from threats online. Plus, you get incredible gaming speeds on multiple devices with no one battling for bandwidth. For the next 5 years, all your devices are going to be working in perfect harmony, and you get our best equipment with no annual contracts, no fees, no strings attached. So even though your kids will grow up and you still won't understand what 6-7 means, your internet will stay sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. All with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-691-9999. That's 800-691-9999.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with St. Cloud State with pregame starting at 5:30. Saturday on 104.3 HD3, DU basketball faces Cal State Fullerton with pregame starting at 1:30. And on Sunday, 104.3 HD2, CSU basketball faces Northern New Mexico with pregame starting at 12:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at wistaracu.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Leading off with the big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
1 hour in the books. Quicker than the New York Minute. Hanging out at MST Denver off of Market Street and Park Ave West, right next to Coors Field, for a Bud Light Football Friday. We're going to be here till about 6 o'clock, and I got to give a shout-out, man. I just had some chicken wings, and goodness gracious.
I mean, you were sucking on the bone over there.
They have you covered at MST. I mean, just really, really, really good wings. Those were fantastic. Bud Light, by the way, is going to be giving away a pair of tickets to the Broncos-Jags game on Sunday, December 21st, along with 2 Bud Light VIP tailgate passes. You have to be 21 to enter that contest. Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. All right, let's talk about this football game. The single biggest key to victory is blank. Go ahead and fill in that blank, presented by Williams Jewelers.
Is consistent offensive execution. Look how I said it. Consistent offensive execution, Zach. I had to write it down.
Look how I said it. Like, goodness, guy.
The reason why I'm saying this is because we know the defense is going to be good. Special teams are starting to turn the corner. They're doing their thing. But offensively, can we sustain drives against a really, really good defense? Can Bo Nix find a way to hold on to the ball long enough to make a couple explosive plays? Because we know Bo Nix likes to get the ball out of his hands fast.
Sure.
But also, if you're gonna have these explosive plays downfield, you have to let plays develop. That means the 5-step to 7-step drops. Can Bo Nix do that? Can he keep the ball out of harm's way? Can he be smart with the ball? Can he check when he sees something that he doesn't like? Can he check out of it to maybe a run and not be selfish and say, I still want to pass the ball? Bo Nix seems like he is doing all the right things. Can he continue to do that? Can they execute when it matters the most in the red zone, Zach? So can we be consistent, have methodical drives, all right, bring up points? It doesn't have to just be touchdowns, but field goals. But at some point you do have to score a touchdown if you're going to beat the Green Bay Packers. But if we can do that, you can win this game if you're the Denver Broncos.
Can they win this game without Bo Nix throwing a touchdown?
No. They cannot win this game without Bo. Because,
I agree.
One, we don't know enough about R.J. Harvey. We don't know enough about this run game going up against a really, really good defense. But
so you're saying for sure we don't know enough because you were earlier in the week.
I like just because
you're very excited.
I'm still excited about R.J. Harvey, but am I ready to say, you know what? Let's just pack it in and run 60 times in the game.
No, I got you.
You know, Josh Jacobs could do that, but not R.J. Harvey, not yet at least. With Bo Nix, he's going to have to open up the run game. He's going to have to be able to do the play action. So we are going to have to be able to run the ball, so it's going to be balanced. But when Bo Nix has those opportunities to Marvin Mims, because we know Pat Bryant may not play. Actually, I think he's out this game.
You said Pat Bryant. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So now you have Marvin Mims. Now you have Troy Franklin and Cortland Sutton. These three are going to have to come up big, and we're going to have to be able to stretch the football field. In order to do that, Bo Nix is going to have to be accurate with the football and take some chances when they're there.
Yeah, just one touchdown pass in the last 3 games for Bo Nix. You're going to have to produce. Like now is the time. He has gotten better here during the season.
Yeah.
He is playing less frenetically and more relaxed as you can be playing quarterback in the NFL. And it's looked better. It's the offense as a whole has produced. He has passed the eye test, but I don't think you're going to beat the Green Bay Packers without him getting in the end zone with his arm.
So, before you keep going, if Bo Nix has this really good game where he has 2 touchdowns.
God! I already know.
I'm just tired. I'm just ready for you to just jump on the damn wagon,
dude. I am.
I'm done with it.
I am enjoying. You're not done with it. You're clearly not done with it.
I'm upset with you, man.
So and oh God,
would this be?
Why would we do this again on a Friday?
Would this be a game where he can show people that he could be the franchise quarterback here?
Phil, he's in the process of showing me and others that before the games even start. But
this is the biggest game that the Denver Broncos have played in a while. That's why I asked the question.
It's a huge game, and yeah, again, Bo is already well on his way. If he goes and throws for 2 touchdowns and is efficient and they win, it's just going to be a massive leap in that direction.
Okay.
That I already know he's going to end up there. You are just so focused on my words.
Yes. Words hurt. Words hurt, damn it.
Oh my God. But we agree. I mean,
Yeah.
Bo's going to have to be the best version of himself. He's going to have to, and this defense is fantastic.
They are.
If you think the Broncos defense is great, then you have to agree that the Packers defense is great. They're so close in almost every metric. We talked about it earlier in the week, whether you're talking about yardage per game, yardage per play, points per game, third down defense. Like, they're fantastic. So Bo, with no Pat Bryant, and I'm glad you mentioned that because we just found that out within about the last hour or so, has a hamstring injury. And I think Sean said something to the effect of, if it was a playoff game, he'd play.
Yep.
Man, it kind of does feel like a playoff game, though.
No,
it kind of does.
It really does, but it also shows you that the hamstring is a little bit more severe than we think if he is not playing, because it does feel like a playoff game. Pat Bryant wants to be out there because he's starting to really catch fire now, and he's in a rhythm. And now he has this hamstring that's going to kind of sideline him for hopefully just one game. But with that being said, this is the Marvin Mims game now. Marvin Mims, we've been banging the table. We want to get him more involved. Sean said, hey, I want to get him more involved. Well, now's the time because you truly have 3 receivers, and then you have Humphrey, little Jordan Humphrey, who he's going to get a couple passes. He finds his way in the game, and he's consistent, as can be with the short game. But Marvin Mims, can he be that explosive weapon that we're looking for? Against the Raiders, we had one explosive play. Actually, we didn't have one explosive play. You're right.
Longest play was from Adam Prentice for 18 yards.
So that's not good enough. You can't beat the Green Bay Packers with no explosive plays. So for Marvin Mims, use him to stretch the field. Use him as a decoy, but also get him the ball and then some end arounds. Hell, even as a running back, just give your playmakers a chance. And Bo Nix is going to try to find Marvin Mims more times than not because he has that playmaking ability.
I'm wondering how many targets Mims gets on Sunday.
What do you want from Marvin Mims? How many targets do you want coming from Mims or from Bo to Mims?
Yeah, I don't want to get carried away, but he has been basically getting 0 to 1 per game. And if you look at like his game log on ESPN.com or a similar site, you could just look at the target rate. 1 target against the Raiders, 2 targets against Washington, 0 targets against Kansas City, 1 target against Dallas. So I'll say, let's just start with 3. Let's just start with 3 and see what happens and kind of go from there. But one of the 3 targets has to be a shot. It's got to be some sort of shot play. I'd like to just see his weaponry on display.
Yeah.
I want to see this unique skill set on display. And so can Sean, because really it's incumbent upon Sean to say, okay, we have this weapon. He doesn't maybe fit in a traditional series-by-series game
he's
plan.
Definitely not in the vision of Sean Payton on the
offense.
On the offense, on down-to-down basis. It's kind of like hit or miss, maybe a couple end arounds, a deep ball here or there, but not consistent enough.
No, and I'll tell you this, man. As much as we talk about someone like Evan Ingram, who I do want to circle back to here in a second, like falling short of expectation for one reason or another, or 3 reasons, Bo, Sean, and himself.
Yeah.
Considering how Marvin Mims finished the 2024 season and the expectations that we started to develop and how he finished the last 7 games of his season, quite literally on a 1,000-yard pace just on the last 7 games, comparatively to how he's been featured and how he has produced, it's one of the more disappointing. I'm not just going to say players because it's not all on him. He can't control a lot of his circumstance.
I don't think any of it's on him, though, Zach, to be honest
It's just
with
a disappointing set of circumstances that has led us to this conversation.
Well, then be disappointed in the play caller, and that's Sean Payton. Because Sean Payton, for 3 years, and you brought this up, for 3 years, it's been hard for Sean Payton to implement Marvin Mims in the game plan. For some reason, I don't know why. And this is, yet again, this 3rd year with Marvin Mims, it's the same thing. Where it's like, hey, you're a great special team player. We're going to give you some gadget plays, but I don't see you as a receiver that we can rely on in intermediate and even the short game, which is interesting because Sean likes to do screens.
Yeah.
Why would you not want to do that with Marvin Mims, who's explosive, who's used to kind of being that running back gadgets guy? So Sean Payton has to get out of this funk with Marvin Mims and use every guy that's on this roster. Use your weapons, which is Marvin Mims. It's going to be Cortland Sutton. Hopefully Evan Ingram can get going, but something has to give. And now that Pat Bryant is not in the game plan, Marvin Mims needs to be a guy that you go to early and often.
Yeah, I agree. You did not take Marvin Mims 63rd overall in the NFL draft just to play on special teams.
No.
So we have to see more of it. Sean hinted on Monday's conference call that we could see more of it, and he was talking with his staff about it. So we'll see if that actually comes into focus on Sunday. In terms of the running back room, can R.J. Harvey back up his performance that he had against the Las Vegas Raiders? For me, man, it's a top 3 storyline coming into this matchup. Yeah.
Okay.
Top 3 storyline. And, like, can you validate it? You know, like, hey, once in a while, I will hit my driver, but ask me to do it again. It's very difficult for me to validate it. That's just not really who I am right now.
It's the pressure, Zach. And too much.
It's not the pressure. I do fine with pressure. There's something mechanically wrong. But with Harvey, okay, we have 2 games post J.K. Dobbins' injury that were very lackluster. We have 1 game that almost feels euphoric based on the lackluster nature of the other 2 games where 75 yards feels like 105 yards. All right? Can you validate your performance against the Raiders and do it against the Green Bay Packers? Because as they said in Wizard of Oz, that is a horse of a different color.
You know, he can. The question becomes, can you be consistent throughout the whole game? The one thing I would say about R.J. Harvey is he was just different. It was different was the mindset was, I'm going to run through somebody's chin strap. That's what it looked like. I'm going to break these tackles. I refuse to go down. Okay, that was good. But can you do it again against a better defense? Can you do it again the next week? It's the consistency part. That's what we talked about with Audric Estime. You can have 1 or 2 good days, all right, but can you stack 5, 10, 15 days for R.J. Harvey? Can you run the same way you ran against the Raiders? I'm not looking for a 70-yard touchdown. Now, you're allowed to do that. Go ahead and do it. But move the chains for us. All right, stay ahead of the change. When it's 3rd and 2, pick up that first down. Break that first tackle. You're going to get some balls out of the backfield, all right, because Sean likes to get his running backs involved. So he's going to get those opportunities. Can you break a tackle to move those chains as well? I believe he can do it. Just needs to stay consistent, and Sean needs to let that happen. All right, it's not about the Bo Nix show because you're in a playoff mode now in your head. It's about being balanced and trusting that R.J. Harvey and that offensive line that you paid so much money for to go out there and execute, Zach. So if that can happen, then I'm confident that R.J. Harvey will do his part.
Well, we'll see what we're in store for. Any sign of Jaleel, you think, on Sunday?
Yeah. Jaleel had a couple solid runs.
He did.
A couple solid runs. I think they're going to add a little bit more to Jaleel's plate out of the backfield, maybe a couple more screens. I do understand and know that Sean, and this is what I've heard in the building, that he wants to be balanced and he wants to get all 3 running backs going a little bit more this game in different ways. And so I won't be surprised to see all 3, Tyler Bidet get a couple carries, Jaleel McLaughlin get a couple carries, and, of course, RJ get 14, let's say 15 carries
15
for RJ
carries
Harvey.
for RJ
Harvey. It's going to be one of these games where if you can control the clock, you do it.
Well, we have not had a moment from Jaleel yet. We have not had a moment.
Well, damn, Zach, you got elevated last week.
You're right. He's played in 4 games this year. He's played in 4 games, played against Kansas City, played against Washington, played against Raiders. So he's played 3 games in a row. He did also appear in the New York Jets game.
Yeah.
I think a Jaleel moment is coming. I do. And I don't know when we're going to see it, but I think that a Jaleel McLaughlin moment is coming, and it could be on Sunday. When I say a moment, like he had a nice 14-yard carry against the Commanders. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about Jaleel doing what he has been unable to do since his rookie year and pop one. You got to pop one. And I'm talking like a 28-yard run, a 33-yard run. And I'm just going to go ahead and call my shot. We're here on a Friday. A Jaleel McLaughlin moment is coming against the Green Bay Packers.
I love it. The moment, maybe it's the game-winning touchdown or explosive run. You know, Zach, I've been thinking how this Packers defense is. And this Packers defense, they're tough. They got 2 great pass rushers as well. but one thing they're lacking is push down the middle of the field. And so I can see a scenario where you have Bo Nix who's setting his feet, climbing the pocket. All right, nothing's open, and utilizing his legs. I would not be surprised if this game Bo Nix opens up his legs more than he ever has.
Really?
And ends up leading the team because of the middle of the field being so weak for the Green Bay Packers. And what I mean by that weak is the defensive tackles and stuff are not as strong with their push as, let's say, the Denver Broncos with Zach Allen and John Franklin Myers. So they're getting a bunch of pressure on the outsides with Gary and Parsons.
Yep.
But that middle is weak. And so if Bo Nix has an opportunity because the Green Bay Packers are going to play zone, and so they're going to keep everything in front of them. If there's green grass, Bo Nix needs to pick the yards up with his legs to sustain drives, keep the chains alive, or keep the plays alive, and that's how you can do it. So I would not be surprised if Bo Nix ends up like leading the team in rushing because of these open lanes he's going to have down the middle of the field.
Well, I'll say this, not that that's necessarily the healthiest setup where your quarterback is leading your team in rushing yards, but it does live within the realm of reality for the dynamic that you just pointed out and the athlete that he is. But he also, to do that, he's going to have the willingness. He's going to have the willingness, and he has been reluctant as recent as a week ago, turning down what I thought was a touchdown.
Yeah.
In terms of Sutton, will they once again lean into and not away from Courtland Sutton? We were asking for it leading up, really asking for it largely over the course of the last month. Sean seemed to acknowledge this dynamic because he had 10 targets for the first time since 2 weeks before Halloween last week. I'm wondering if that's going to be a trend that continues, especially with no Pat Bryant.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even have to have Sean a part of the game, like game planning this out and thinking of getting Court going. This is all about Bo. Bo, go to your number one receiver. Go to your number one target, the guy you're familiar with, the guy you're comfortable with. You're going to have this zone like Green Bay is going to play. Green Bay is going to bring pressure, but there's going to be holes in this zone. Cortland does a good job because he is a smart receiver of picking those holes and just sitting in them. So trust that Cortland's going to find himself open, and you just get him the ball. Get him going early, which then will open up Troy Franklin. It would open up Marvin Mims, open up the run game, and even Evan Ingram. So you got to get your number one receiver involved when you can. Now, I do also understand that Green Bay is thinking, let's take away Court.
Sure.
He is the number one receiver, so why wouldn't we take away Court and force Troy Franklin and Marvin Mims and Evan Ingram to beat us? So Bo, although I want him to go at Court and get him involved, don't force it. It's zone. They may double and bracket Courtland Sutton. So if it's not there, use those legs like we got done talking about. Dump it down to your running backs and tight ends, and find Troy Franklin in the soft spots of the zone.
You mentioned Evan Ingram there in passing.
Mr. Ingram.
When talking about Court. If I offered you right now, ahead of the game, let's say, hey, Evan,
the genie now, huh?
Well, not necessarily the genie, because that's like more of like a wish, but it's more of like a, hey, I have a contract here from the future. I'm gonna slide it across the table. 3 catches for 40 yards.
40. Okay.
3 catches for 40 yards from Evan Ingram. No. 3 catches for 35 yards.
Thank you.
For Evan Ingram.
You took 5 yards away from a man.
Yep. 3 catches for 35 yards. Would you take that from Evan Ingram on Sunday at this point, or would you say, nope, I know there's more there. I will roll the dice for more and hope that it looks something more similar to the Commanders game?
No, because that's a one-off game. I'm gonna take the 35 yards and the 3 receptions. Hopefully it's coming at the right time, the right moment, at the end of that game when you need that game-winning drive, that game-winning touchdown. But I'll take the three receptions, 35 yards. Bo Nix dumping it down to his tight end for 10 yards. Maybe Evan Ingram breaks the tackle. But I'm not counting on Evan Ingram to go out there and go for 79 yards like he did against the Commanders, because it was only done once. And when it was done, the Commanders decided to go man on that one play, and that's when Evan Ingram shined, when he had that mismatch with the linebacker. The Green Bay Packers are not going to do that. They're keeping everything in front of them. So I'm not anticipating Evan Ingram having this huge 100-yard game, the 79-yard game. I can see 3 receptions, like you just got done saying, for 35 yards, and I will take that. Zach, what you doing?
You know what, man? I thought about this morning. I think I would take it. I
And
think
it's
I would
sad
take
we
it.
have to say this.
I know.
He's our Joker, right?
He's not that. I mean, right? I mean that was the projection.
Yes.
Right. Sometimes the weatherman tells me it's going to rain and it doesn't. You know.
I always get mad when they lie.
And Sean said that this was going to be something it hasn't turned out to be. But the 35 yards, I mean, that would have been more than certainly his 8 yards last week. More than his output against the Chiefs, more than the first Raiders game, certainly more against Houston. He had 0 yards. It would have been more than the Philly game, more than the Bengals game, more than the Colts game, more than the Titans game. Like right now, Evan Ingram is averaging 28 yards per game. And I just, man, and we talk about, hey, once in a while we'll do this. Hey, who's got the best bang for your buck contract?
Yeah.
And we were doing that earlier in the year with J.K. Dobbins, who might have been the best bang for your buck contract in the entire league as a top 5 runner, making $2.5 million a year. Ingram kind of is representing the inverse. Is like that contract that he signed, and it's 28 yards a game.
But see,
it's hard to reconcile.
Oh, definitely. And this is where, and we talked about Evan Ingram yesterday, and we were trying to figure out who to point the blame at. And I just don't understand why this is happening, because Evan Ingram still has something left in the tank.
He does.
We saw it against the Commanders.
We did.
All right, now he is dropping the ball at an alarming rate, so that's something that you have to watch out for. But also for Bo Nix, it's interesting because Bo Nix gets the ball out of his hands so fast, and they do a lot of 3-step drop.
Yeah.
Usually when that happens, you're going to utilize your running backs and your tight ends because they're the closest to the line of scrimmage.
Right.
And that's something that they're not doing, or Bo Nix doesn't trust Evan Ingram enough to say, let me just dump it down to you for 5 yards and let you go to work. But that is going to have to change so that you can take pressure off the receiver, so you can take pressure off the run game, and you can utilize the tight end who may be in a one-on-one opportunity again, and you can utilize his speed.
Do you remember what his contract is?
Is it? Let me guess. It has to be 2 years because he's 31 years old. I'm guessing 2 years, $30 million.
It's 2 years, $23 million.
Okay, $23 million.
He has 1 touchdown heading into Week 15.
It's insane.
It is insane. It is. 2 years, $23 million, an $8 million signing bonus.
How much was guaranteed again? Did you get that?
I can get that for us. $16.5 million guaranteed.
Okay.
An annual average salary of $11.5 million.
So even if you decide like, hey, I want to part ways, which I think they may get a little over $5 million back, $6 million back. From that, that's something that you have to think about after this year. Like, is this worth it?
Sure.
Is this marriage working out, or is there a divorce at the end of this year if they can't get something going with Evan Ingram with the next 4 games into the playoffs?
It just hasn't materialized. It just hasn't. There's no way around it. Can they slow down? When I say they, can the Broncos defense contain Micah Parsons?
You mean the Broncos offense, Micah Parsons?
Excuse me.
Or you think about Josh Jacobs?
No. I'm sorry.
They got you scared right now, man.
Micah kind of does that to me. No, I apologize. I'm fumbling over my words here. Can they try to contain Micah Parsons? And I'll throw this at you. Would you sign up for if I said, hey, Micah Parsons will have a sack? Would you sign up for that and just say, okay, you're gonna have 1 sack, but you're not wrecking the game?
Ooh.
No forced fumbles, no, other tackles for loss.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to sign up for that.
I think I would too.
I'm going to sign up. You want to know why? Because Micah Parsons is going to be moved all around.
Yep.
He'll be on the left side. Once Garrett Bowles locks his butt down, he's going to go back to McGlinchey. Well, McGlinchey, all right, he for some reason, he's given up pressures. Where the pressure's coming from is McGlinchey's side. McGlinchey, he'll give you a flinch every now and then, but also he's weak when it comes to these elite pass rushers and getting pushed back in the pocket. So there's going to be pressure on Bo Nix that's going to come from McGlinchey's side. So I can see Micah Parsons finding a way, and they're going to scheme up too. The Green Bay Packers will scheme up ways, whether it's in the inside or the outside, to free up Micah Parsons for one-on-one, and he'll get a sack. Eventually he'll get a sack with his high motor and just his elite skill. But I'll sign up for that as long as he does not wreck the game, Zach. You signing up for it? Sign, sit, deliver, or what's going on?
Yep, I'd sign up for it. Just because that guy is one of the handful of players in the league that can single-handedly wreck a game. He is a freak. He's a future Hall of Famer.
He is.
If he can maintain this pace. I mean, the guy has never not been a Pro Bowler. Walked in, Defensive Rookie of the Year, All-Pro 3 different times.
Sean will have a game plan. Just like there was a video of Sean talking to Mad Max after the game. And he was explaining to Mad Max of like, hey, man, we had alerts for you all game long. And we knew where you were we were waiting for you to come off the field, but you never come off the field, so it's hard to game plan. Micah Parsons will come off the field, so there's going to have to take advantage of longer developing plays when Micah Parsons off the field. But they're going to have chips. They're going to have double teams go to Micah Parsons' way and try to get the ball out of Bo Nix's hands as fast as possible. The 3-step drops, a couple screens are coming. But we cannot let Micah Parsons change this game any way, shape, or form.
All right, good stuff. What non-Colorado game are you most looking forward to this weekend? We'll take a look at some of the options. Also, CU Boulder approved another football expense for millions of dollars. This time it was a very smart move. We'll talk about why coming up next.
How should Sean Payton protect Bo Nix from Micah Parsons? Can Vance Joseph's defense avoid another December slump? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football pregame show. Live on game day starting at noon. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's going on, gentlemen? All right, you guys know that the holidays are meant to be joyful. A season of love, connection, and closeness. Well, I'm here to tell you that if you're dealing with ED, erectile dysfunction, guys, that's an intimacy destroyer. And research shows that men can draw away from their partners when ED affects their sex life. The conditions can cause stress, anxiety, depression, and even worse. A man's partner can even blame themselves when the ED becomes a problem. And guys, it's not on your partner, it's on you. Go get it treated. You need to go to Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today because their treatments work when the pills and herbals fail you. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%, and some of these treatments can have you lasting an hour or even more if you have that much stamina. All you need to do is schedule a consult with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today. Your initial visit is only $99, and this will include a medical consult with a Colorado licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And here's the thing, gentlemen. If that test dose does not work in the office, the visit is free. They also have 5 locations out there to serve you, so go get treated. You can go to Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. Give them a call today at 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Castle Rock GMC has Hummers for the holidays. Drive electric power with attitude. With new 2026 Hummer EVs up to $18,750 off MSRP. Stock number SU120032. CastleRockGMC.com. We are professional grade. Up to $18,750 off MSRP on 2026 Hummer EVs. Stock SU120032. Hummer EV offer requires vehicle registration in Colorado. Colorado residency. An active Costco executive membership for at least 30 days. Offer subject to dealer availability, credit approval, taxes, title, and fees. See dealer for complete details.
Brenda Stokely from my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 40 years. They conduct over 150 auctions every year, selling tens of thousands of items at the price you set. Auctions are held regularly for Colorado government agencies, and they always have big-ticket items at great prices. That's why I love Roller Auction. And almost all bidding is conducted online in real time, and it's open to the public. Anyone can participate. Check back regularly. New auctions are added weekly. Be the first to know about new auctions available for bidding when you sign up for email notifications. Go to rollerauction.com/thefan.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now the company's changed, or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan today. 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
Hey guys, boy Steve here today about my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if you can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house, all cash, and he can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-900-4433, 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. You want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
Payton Manning here. Throughout my football career, staying healthy was a big priority, but bumps, bruises, and injuries were part of the game. And for me, it's not just the clinical excellence and expertise that sets a medical team apart. It's also the compassion, kindness, and empathy they show. At Common Spirit Health, healing is quality care and human kindness. And my friends at Common Spirit are teaming up with their partners to spread human kindness and create healthy communities. Common Spirit Health. Hello, human kindness.
It's time to pack the CU Event Center for Colorado basketball. There's an alley-oop to the net. The Buffs are back, and single game and group tickets are on sale now. Come cheer on your Buffaloes as they take on Big 12 powerhouses like Arizona, Kansas, Texas Tech, and more. Groups of 10 or more can take part in exciting game day experiences. Grab your tickets today at cubuffs.com/tickets or call the CU Athletics ticket office at 303-492-8282.
Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa this weekend only, today through Sunday. National Western Complex. Be advised, this is your opportunity to save up to 40 to 80% on a hot tub or swim spa this weekend only, today through Sunday. National Western Complex. 18-month interest-free financing. Our factories have demanded we sell 1,000 hot tubs and swim spas this weekend. National Western Complex. Huge factory incentives, factory rebates, this weekend only. National Western Complex. We can remove your old hot tub. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Hot tub starting at $2,999. National Western Complex. Free delivery of your new hot tub. Just relax and enjoy. National Western Complex. Today, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free admission, free parking, free delivery. National Western Complex. Call 833-SPA-SALE or visit hottubandSwimSpaSale.com.
Want to partake in our contests? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with St. Cloud State with pregame starting at 5:30. Saturday on 104.3 HD3, DU Basketball faces Cal State Fullerton with pregame starting at 1:30. And on Sunday, 104.3 HD2, CSU Basketball faces Northern New Mexico with pregame starting at 12:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Every day at 3:30, the drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, the Rock has come back to Denver.
Tape your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 count on the drive.
Let's come off the top rope with it!
One!
All right.
Here we go. Come on, Dante.
Got to hold it on a Friday. Got to hold it on a Friday. Even when we're live on location. Maybe a little bit awkward. Like, who is
People are
that
looking
guy?
at you.
Why is he doing that? All right, so I said CU Boulder spending millions of dollars on a bill for the football program in the form of new offensive coordinator Brennan Marion. Colorado Board of Regents unanimously approved the contract. It's a 2-year, $3 million contract. He's going to make $1.5 million per year. Makes him the second highest paid assistant in CU history behind current DC Robert Livingston, who's going to make $1.7 in 2026. I've said all along, I thought this was a fantastic hire. It becomes official today.
And you know what? This is showing you. Colorado may not have all the money in the world, but they have enough to make sure that they secure the offensive coordinator they think is their future. The offensive coordinator they think can help them win a lot of games.
Either that or they're running up some credit card.
That could be true, too. But they have it, at least right there in front of them, where you're having Marion in the building, and then of course you got Robert Livingston, another one that's getting paid a lot of money. But now it's time to show up. You know, you have Coach Prime, top dog, getting paid $10 million a year. You have your offensive coordinator getting paid some pretty good money. Your defensive coordinator getting paid a lot of money. So now, show up, show out, come up with these wins, at least 8 or 9, Zach. 8 or 9 now. No excuses. Go bowling. Try to have a shot at the playoffs. That's the goal now.
That is definitely the goal. We need to talk actually about, at some point, not right now, but at some point we need to have a conversation about, hey, what is the renewed expectation for Colorado?
I'm interested in seeing what you're going to say this year.
I would imagine when we have those conversations, your tone about ceilings and floors will be different this time around.
Not so fast.
You and Drew Spivak.
Not so fast.
Well, we'll see what it ends up ultimately looking like, but we will have that conversation here at some point soon. Next in the 3 count.
1, 2.
All right, you look at the slate of games this weekend in the NFL. What is the best non-Denver Bronco game? Here's some candidates. All right, or it doesn't even have to be the best, the one you're most interested in.
Yeah.
Because for someone like you, it may be Cleveland at Chicago.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
The next installment of the Shedeur Sanders story.
Do the Shedeur. You know how cold it's going to be out there? I think it's going to be like, what?
-10
Oh,
with
it's
the wind chill.
negative.
10 degrees, but with the wind chill, -10.
I'll tell you, if a quarterback can play good in that weather, that quarterback at some point is going to probably win a Super Bowl. Because if you could play well in the cold, you could play well in anything. That's why Josh Allen, and this is why I got to give props to Josh Allen. Josh Allen plays well in the cold, man.
He does.
And that's why, well, guess what? Playoffs, they're played in the cold. So at some point, Josh Allen, hopefully he can push through, but I don't know, maybe he's a choke cherry.
I mean, obviously you know that that's not true. Josh Allen has the greatest touchdown-to-interception ratio in the history of the NFL playoffs.
That's cute.
You should check in on Lamar, though. He's gone 5 straight games without reaching 60% completion. He has one touchdown and 4 interceptions the last 4 games.
My man is struggling. He's ready for Cancun, and Josh Allen's going to be right there with him soon.
He may.
Rhyming now?
He may, but Josh Allen doesn't lose because he lets his team down. His defense allows 33 points a game in his playoff losses. No, those are just the facts. Lamar is the central reason. He's the straw. He's the straw that stirs the losing drink in Baltimore.
So now you're saying here, fresh as Josh. He's not the straw. He's just there.
No,
he's just. What is he?
Phil, it's a game of
the
football.
Foam and the hot cocoa.
It's a game of football. It's not a game of one-on-one. Only one guy screws it up for his team.
And that's Josh
here. Phil,
Josh, Lamar, none of them are getting to a Super Bowl.
Phil, I just told you, Josh Allen's got the greatest touchdown-interception ratio in the
so
history
we're playing
of the postseason.
football now.
In the history of the postseason.
It's just Josh against the world.
Go check it on Lamar. Maybe he can get to 60% completion for the first time in a month and a half. By the way, 60% completion would rank 29th in the NFL.
Look at you.
Yeah, case closed.
Look at you.
Next to the 3 count.
You know what? The interesting game, the most interesting
Ring the bell,
game.
Dante. He's on the map.
The most interesting game this week is the Patriots versus the Bills. Okay, who comes out on top?
Oh, that's it.
I kicked out of it. I'm still alive.
Oh my gosh, the Bills Patriots is an excellent game.
Yeah.
Baltimore at Cincinnati. The playoff probability swings greatly if Baltimore can win. So we'll see what happens there. You have the Detroit Lions traveling to Los Angeles to play the Rams. But maybe one of the more interesting games of the week involves Phillip Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts going to Seattle. Are you kidding me?
Old man Rivers. Pray for him. going against that Seattle defense that gets after the quarterback. Phillip Rivers that has not been in the league for 5 years. He's been coaching high school football.
Crazy.
My man has gained some pounds, as you can see on Madden.
Yes,
if
they
you go and
did
look
him
at
dirty in Madden.
His picture on Madden and his guy as a character.
Crazy.
Crazy.
He looks like the
Pillsbury Doughboy. That's what he looks like.
Like even Phillip Lindsay's first appearance on Madden thinks that it's janky.
You're not lying.
They had to fix you. They had to fix you back then.
When I looked out, I'm like, is this Phillip Lindsay or is this Josue? What are we doing?
Goodness gracious. All right. Hey, I'll make a bet with you.
What's going on?
Phillip Rivers has a higher completion percentage on Sunday than Lamar.
Oh, come on, don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect me.
All right.
Don't disrespect Lamar.
What's the biggest key? Seriously, 5 straight games without hitting 6. That's hard to do.
It is.
All right. Well, what is the biggest key to victory on Sunday, according to Mike Kliss? We'll ask him next.
Denver and Green Bay are set for a potential Super Bowl preview. Kick your football Sunday off in style with Denver Game Day, powered by Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos. Live on Game Day starting at 10 a.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's going on, everybody? You know the holidays are around the corner. Or, hey, you know what? They're here. And do I have to remind you that these are the times where you want to get close with your significant other, or you want to have that high energy where you're able to go out there and play basketball, play football, do what you want to do? Well, you can't do that when you're dealing with low testosterone. So go get it treated. And I'm here to tell you that Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic treatments work when the pills and herbals fail you, and they have success rates well over 90%. And some of these treatments can have you last an hour or even more if you really need them to. All I need you to do is take the low T quiz on their website. It's a simple 10-question quiz full of yes or no answers. It takes 2 minutes to do. All right, then what you're going to do is schedule a consult with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They're going to draw your blood and have the results within 30 minutes. After that, all right, you're going to sit there, you're going to wait, you're going to get your results, and then you'll get that treatment. There's also 5 locations out there to serve you, so there are no excuses. Go get treated. All right, you can go to Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. So give them a call today at 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
Ulta Beauty's big holiday beauty sale is back with up to 50% off must-have gifts. Shop irresistible deals like the Shark Beauty Flex Style and Benefit Cosmetics travel size mascaras. With new offers weekly, same-day pickup or delivery, and our trusted associates, we make holiday shopping effortless. Head into Ulta Beauty today. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
Advent Health is Littleton's home for highly specialized, life-changing heart care. From preventive screenings to personalized treatment options, it's heartfelt care from expert hands. The Advent Health Heart and Vascular Institute is now open, ready to provide wholehearted care for your whole health.
At Postman Law, we're not your typical injury firm. Our lawyers have won at the U.S. Supreme Court, gone head-to-head with giants like Uber and Amazon, and recovered billions for clients. When you've been injured, having the right lawyer matters. PostmanLaw.com. Others promise. Postman delivers.
Call 844-POSTMAN. Attorney Advertising.
Catch a ride with EV and Auto. Catch a ride.
Foundation Kia wishes you a Merry Christmas. Otto is shaking all the gift boxes.
Otto checking for car keys.
Up to snow good again? You can have yourself a merry little lease on an all-new Kia EV9 during Kia's Season of New Traditions sales event.
Trimming tree and prices.
We're slaying deals this holiday season. See us in Wheat Ridge or FoundationKia.com.
Deck the halls and catch a ride.
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. You know, in the game of life, our most valuable asset is our health. With the right equipment, you can train like a pro. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
For the fitness fanatic on your Christmas list, save big this holiday season. At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Smarter clean in half the time. Brought to you by Swiffer Power Mop. Tired of the mop and bucket struggle? The Swiffer Power Mop gives you a mop and bucket clean without all the extra work. It's an all-in-one cleaning tool that mops smarter, not harder. With built-in solution that breaks down dirt and grime, and a pad with over 300 scrubbing strips to absorb and lock sticky messes. It even gets into places a regular mop can't, and leaves your home smelling fresh for hours. Try the Swiffer Power Mop today. Love it or your money back. CVS Health supports people in the moments that matter, from picking up a prescription to connecting care. With nearly 5 million daily interactions and serving 185 million consumers and 1.5 million healthcare professionals, CVS Health holds a trusted place in healthcare. By simplifying care and improving health, we're helping people get the care they need. Learn more at cvshealth.com/investor day.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
What is the single biggest key to victory on Sunday, according to our friend Mike Kliss, who we chat with around this time every Friday? He is our 9 News Broncos insider presented by Fitness Gallery. Mike, I want to hear what you think is the biggest key to the game, but also, man, we've moved the goalpost on this puppy a couple times. First it was Philly, then it was Kansas City. But it feels like this is actually the biggest game of the year. What do you make of it, and what do you think the biggest key is?
You know, it's not the biggest game of the year because it's has nothing to do with, all these tiebreaker implications with the conference. It's a non-conference game. So the Broncos can lose this game and still, have their number 1 seed in the AFC playoffs. Still be in the driver's seat for the AFC West, no worse than a number 2 seed. I mean, if you want to get New England in the 4-game season with New England, you got to win them all. But I don't think New England's going to win them all. So this actually, of the 4 games remaining, this is the least important in my mind, because it's not, Jacksonville's AFC, and then of course you got Kansas City and the Chargers are division in case it comes down to the Broncos and Chargers. So, and the biggest key, I give you 2. Scotty asked me this last night on the 9 News 522. It really has to do with pass rush on both sides. I think Jordan Love is ordinary when he is under pressure. He's very good when he has time. And so you got to get Nick Benito and company have to get after him. And at the same time, the Broncos have to block Micah Parsons and Gary on the Packers front and protect Bo Nix. Because I think I know the defenses are good and everything. Both defenses are good, but I think the quarterbacks are, I think they're both gonna have a chance to play well, and I think there'll be some points in the second half. Might be a 10-7 game at halftime, 27-24 final is kind of what I'm feeling. And Nix and Jordan Love both playing well. The pass rush is going to make a difference.
Mike, you have Marvin Mims, who's kind of back in action now, had that punt return, taken back to the house, kind of lit a fire back under him. Pat Bryant, who will not play this game. Why do you think Sean Payton's struggling to get Marvin Mims going offensively?
Well, part of it is because they need him fresh on the return. That's, it's kind of rare to do both. And I think that's part of it, and then plus Marvin had a couple games where he's off with the concussion, and it's been slowly working him back in. I do think maybe they limited his reps upon his return after that concussion where he missed the 2 games. I do think he'll be part of it. I know against Washington, they played two deep zone. And Marvin, as you know, is primarily a deep threat for him. And, the underneath stuff, that's not what, it was an underneath game for the running backs and for the tight ends. A little bit the same last week against the Raiders. I just think the opponents are kind of keeping the top on against Bo Nix in the deep ball. Last game, there were no deep shots from the Broncos. Everything was underneath. That's why there were 9-minute, and 10-minute drives. So maybe this week against the Packers, I don't know if the Packers play more man-to-man than the previous opponents, but I do think there'll be more Marvin Mims this week, and I think there'll be more little Jordan Humphrey, who seems to have the closest skill set to Pat Bryant.
Yeah, and I got to give you a little pushback on Mims, Mike. You don't draft that guy 63rd overall for him just to play on special teams, right? And it feels like we've been talking about this. I say it feels like it. We have been talking about this for 3 straight years. It's been a topic of conversation. How can we get Mims more involved in the passing game? We'll see if that actually comes into focus on Sunday. But I have to ask you about R.J. Harvey. And I think his follow-up performance after last week, going for 100 yards from scrimmage, 75 on the ground, 25 in the air, for me personally, he needs to validate it. He needs to validate it against the Packers before we move forward. And I've heard people say, well, he's proved to me he can be a starting running back. I want to see it again. Where are you at with R.J. Harvey?
Yeah, I agree. Doing it against the Raiders, the Broncos tried to they kind of went into this stretch thinking Washington and the Raiders were the 2 opponents that they could get their running game going, because then it got tougher, and it's going to get tougher here in the final 4 games in the rushing attack. Having a nice game. They didn't get the running game going against Washington.
Nope.
They did get it going against the Raiders. Now, can they get it going against the Packers? And then the Jaguars, and then the Chiefs and the Chargers. That'll be taller orders. I think regardless of the type of game Harvey had, he showed what he can do. And to me, he showed that he's a 1B back. And without Dobbins, they want him to be a 1A. And I'm not quite sure he's a 1A guy.
Right.
The 1B, though, I think he is. And I think he's going to be, a nice 1B back the rest of this year and, for the next couple of years to come here. But I'm not sure he's, ready for that bell cow role. We'll find out more during this final 4-game stretch.
Mike, Bo Nix is turning the corner. He looks like he's a lot more comfortable in the pocket, comfortable in his own skin as an NFL quarterback. There's one thing, though, that's lacking for Bo Nix, and it's the touchdown passes. Do you believe that we can win this game even if Bo Nix doesn't throw for a touchdown?
Yeah, I mean, if he's going to, have 3 first and goals at the 3 and Harvey runs them in, that's what happened in the last game. Bo did a lot of the lion's share of moving the team down there. He hit the big passes to get him down in goal-to-goal situations, and Harvey finished them off. I don't think that stat necessarily matters. If he can go 31 for 38 again, that would matter. I just thought that game plan, it was interesting. I asked Sean Payton about it today. He came here with this big, kind of Air Payton reputation. they were number one in points several years when he was with the Saints. Number one in yards several years. Number one or two anyway, several years with the Saints. And now he's kind of, these 9-minute, 10-minute drives. It's almost been more Taysom Hill, the COVID season, Phillip Lindsay's quarterback breakout. It's almost been that game plan more than the Drew Brees game plan that the Broncos are using. But I think it's effective. And I think with Bo's overall game, which includes his ability to run and scramble when he needs to at well-timed scrambles, I think it fits him and this Broncos offense as far as winning against the tough teams here in December and January.
All right, we'll see if they can pull it off. Mike, we appreciate your time as always. We'll do this again next Friday.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, there he goes. That was our 9 News Broncos insider, Mike Kliss, presented by Fitness Gallery. They sell the world's finest fitness equipment. All right, shifting gears here. What are the 5 things you need to know before kickoff of Broncos and Packers? We'll pass them along coming up next.
Will the Broncos defense overwhelm Jordan Love? Will R.J. Harvey put together another solid performance in the run game? We'll react to it all in the Fan Football Postgame Show. Live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What is going on, everybody? Winter is here, as you know, Denver, and Hermes Ride is your ride to all action. Whether you're bundling up to cheer on the Broncos at Empower Field or heading downtown to catch an Avs game on the ice or the Nuggets on the court, make sure you get there on time and also in style. This holiday season, let Hermes handle your Christmas light tours, festive nights out, and that stress-free airport transfer. Leave the traffic and icy parking lots to somebody else. Hermes Worldwide offers championship-level transportation. And picture this. You and your crew rolling up to the stadium in a sleek, heated vehicle, no parking hassles, no driving worries, just a professional driver ready to get you to and from the game safely. Sounds great, right? Then you need to give Hermes Worldwide a call today at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Again, you can give them a call at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
This holiday season, don't drink and drive. But if you are in an accident, you're in luck. Flanagan Law, where strength meets compassion. While the other guys blend in, I stand out. Look for the Shamrock. Flanagan Law, your advocate when you need it most.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for Mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for Dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop in store at Hellsberg.com for up to 50% off.
Okay, guys, the holidays are here, and you need a gift for your wife or that special lady, something really nice yet affordable. Hey, Mark Schlereth here with a terrific idea. This year, buy her a gift package to Beau Visage Skincare and Spa. They specialize in wonderful services like fabulous European facials, soothing therapeutic massage, and much, much more. But guys, let's be honest, you can buy a facial or massage anywhere. But at Beau Visage, you're not just buying a service. Instead, you're bringing your guest a true luxurious spa experience. Believe me, this place is great. And you'll never go wrong buying a gift package to Beau Visage. Plus, all their packages are very competitively priced and easy shopping. All you have to do is call them at 303-779-5002 or find them online at bvspa.com. This holiday, give her the gift of rest and relaxation, a luxurious gift of Beau Visage. Call them today, 303-779-5002 or bvspa.com. That's bvspa.com.
Life happens, and then debt happens. Your laptop dies when you need it most. A hospital bill hurts more than an injury. Enter End Credit Union with a free debt consultation and a plan built just for you. Ent is here to help you break the debt cycle and get your finances on track. Debt happens. Ent helps. Schedule your free consultation at ent.com/coaching. Standard account and credit qualifications apply.
Get a double dose of Denver men's basketball this week with games Thursday, December 11th at 7 p.m. versus Alaska Anchorage and Saturday, December 13th at 2 p.m. versus Cal State Fullerton.
Game goes along as Josh Lee floating into the lane, bucket good in the foul.
Join us Thursday and Saturday in Hamilton Gym. Let's go DU.
Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you, because you can't be pinned down, unless you want to be. Your first love story is free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD3, DU hockey skates with St. Cloud State with pregame starting at 5:30. Saturday on 104.3 HD3, DU basketball faces Cal State Fullerton with pregame starting at 1:30. And on Sunday, 104.3 HD2, CSU basketball faces Northern New Mexico with pregame starting at 12:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at wistarascu.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
What are the 5 things that you need to know before Broncos-Packers kick off on Sunday afternoon in a game that Phillip Lindsay will be honored at, legend of the game, tribute video?
Let's go.
It'll be a really fun afternoon at Mile High for the rematch of Super Bowl 32 and a potential preview of Super Bowl 60. I got a couple fun facts here to share with our listeners, Phil. Let's just start with this. Sean Payton is 2-1 against Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur is off to it's one of the best starts to a career in NFL history as a head coach. But they've played 3 times. Sean Payton's got him twice.
Yeah, Matt LaFleur has 76 wins under his belt already.
Crazy.
You know, he had the 76 win coming against Chicago the other day. So the man knows how to win, and he's young, he's hungry, he's in his 8th year. He's on his 8th year right now. But Sean Payton, he's that old bull. He understands what he has to do to beat up on these young bulls right now. So if Sean just sticks with his gut, sticks with his game plan, defense plays their part, the Denver Broncos will win this game. You know, but Matt LaFleur is no pushover, man. It's crazy of how good of a start he has had to his career.
Yeah, but how about this? The Broncos playing at home against the Green Bay Packers, they've played 8 times in Denver. The Broncos are 7-1 all time in home games against the Packers. It is the 2nd worst road record for the Packers against any team.
The altitude.
It is.
The altitude will get you. The fan base is rabid here. See, that's what I'm saying when I said this a long time ago, and it wasn't just because I'm from here. From Colorado, went to Colorado. But the fan base here is just different.
Yep.
I played for Houston. They were not good. All right, the fans were not good to the Houston Texans. Maybe they're a little bit better.
The Houston Texans also weren't good to the fans.
You're right.
When you were
You're
on
right
the
about that. The Colts. The Colts had a huge fan base, but they're not loud and rowdy. You get that mixture here with Broncos country. They're loud and rowdy, and they're going to show up. They're going to show out, and they're here for their team. They love and they know football.
Well, it's, like I said, 2nd worst road record for the Packers in their history. They are 1-7 all time. There's only one place that they've never won before, that they're 0-7. Take a guess where it is.
Here.
No. They're 1-7 here, but there's another team that they've never beat.
Oh, never beat?
I'm putting you on the spot.
I'm trying.
Think of your own career. What's one place where you're like, man, I never won there. I hated going there.
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
I'm like, is it Pittsburgh? It is. It's Buffalo. I mean, it's so hard to win in Buffalo.
Yeah, the Packers have never won in Buffalo. But beyond that, coming to Denver has been historically their toughest challenge. In the current Mile High, the Packers are 0-5 in Power Field. Super Bowl 32. How about this? Super Bowl 32, when John Elway wins his first Super Bowl.
The helicopter,
the whole thing. That is the only time that the Packers have ever lost in a Super Bowl, was Super Bowl 32. They are 4-1 all time in Super Bowls. That's their only blemish. All right, so it's their only blemish in a Super Bowl, and they're 1-7 all time coming to Denver. Pretty cool. How about this, though? How about this? And this just kind of blows my mind. You think of how great of a period the 4 years were with Peyton Manning.
It was glorious.
Just legendary. Just legendary. If Bo Nix and the Broncos win on Sunday, they will match the longest winning streak in the Peyton Manning era and have the second longest winning streak tied in the history of the Denver Broncos.
This is just one of these years, right, where Sean Payton kind of finally has his way of the culture, the players that he wants in the building. They've been able to stay fairly healthy, other than really J.K. and you have Ben Powers, who will be back. But J.K., who's not coming back anytime soon, this team has been healthy, and Bo Nix is getting better. The defense is the backbone. Like, everything is just right here for the Denver Broncos and Sean Payton. And it's no coincidence. It's not luck. It's Sean Payton bringing in the right guys, the right coaching staff, and, of course, Sean Payton doing it before, winning these games and winning a Super Bowl. So this is just insane to think. Peyton Manning did it, and now we're here with Bo Nix in this team, 2025.
It's crazy, man. So that year, 2012, the Broncos started 2-3. Slow start. And they were down 3 scores on Monday Night Football to the Chargers. Broncos come back and win that game. I think it was 23-0, I want to say.
Stoke was on that team.
Stoke was on the team. Caught a touchdown that day.
No celebration. Man can't dance.
So they come back and win that game, and that was week 6.
Yeah.
They did not lose again. Think about that. They won every game the rest of the season, week 6 through 17, for an 11-game win streak. If the Broncos win this weekend, it'll be 11 in a row. It'll match that streak and only trail the 13-game win streak that happened in 1998 when the Broncos came out 14-0.
So there is more on the line than what our buddy Mike Kliss said. When Mike Kliss was here, he said, we can lose this game.
He poured cold water on that.
Mike,
he's like, this is not an important game. I'm like, Mike, are you even going to watch it? like, what are we talking about here?
Like, what's going on? I mean, like, you have 2 teams that are definitely in the playoffs, but they're fighting for seeding. You want to know what the Denver Broncos really are about. They have to beat the Green Bay Packers. And now they can keep a win streak alive. Like, there's a lot going on this. On top of it, they're undefeated. The Denver Broncos are undefeated at home. Let's keep that streak alive as well. Like, we have a lot riding on this game, and it's just a build-up to the playoffs. So there is a lot to play for. This is a huge game. It's a must-watch game, Mike.
Matt LaFleur, this is nuts. Listen to this. Matt LaFleur, in the month of December, we talked about this earlier with Jordan Love, and it's correlated because Jordan Love, post-Week 11, is literally one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history, the best passer rating in NFL history, the greatest touchdown interception ratio in NFL history, Week 11 and beyond for Jordan Love. But how about Matt LaFleur? As a head coach in December games, I can't believe this is true. He is 21-4 in December games. That is tied literally with Vince Lombardi for the best December record in the history of professional football.
Now, I will say this. It's easy to do it when you have a Hall of Fame quarterback to start your career off.
Sure.
With Aaron Rodgers. But then to do it, again, with Jordan Love, his first time truly being a starting quarterback.
Right.
He's a hell of a coach. Matt LaFleur, we're talking about, is a hell of a coach. And he has his team build up. Where we talk about all the time, Zach, peaking. They're peaking at the right time. Just like the Denver Broncos are peaking, so are the Green Bay Packers, and that's when you start to win in December. That's when you start to win in the playoffs. So Matt LaFleur definitely has the right recipe. He has the right culture around him, just like Sean, and he's doing the same thing as Sean. They're trying to win a Super Bowl. This is why it's important.
Yeah, and you know what this also is on Sunday? It's two great organizations.
Yes.
It's two great organizations. Like, I talk about the Bills, right? That's not a good organization. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not, right? Baltimore, that's a good organization. Pittsburgh, that's a good organization.
Yeah.
Green Bay, that's a good organization. Denver, good organization.
When you say good, just like the history is rich?
No, I mean, the history is not rich because you're not a good organization. Like, and I shouldn't say it's not rich. Like, Buffalo went to 4 Super Bowls. Like,
yeah, well, I'm talking about, like, rich history is the Broncos.
Yes,
Green Bay, Pittsburgh.
Yes,
you know,
that's
like,
definitely true. But I'm talking about the way that they do things.
Okay.
Like, they don't react to the moment. They draft well.
Yeah.
They develop players. They don't overspend in free agency. They just do things the right way. Like, organizationally, their compass is true north.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they're going to win it every year, but it's like the New York Jets. Dude, they missed the playoffs now 14 years in a row.
Yeah, they don't have a chance.
Bad organization. Cincinnati, bad organization that stumbled upon a great quarterback who now sounds like he might not even want to play for them anymore.
Oh, I know.
And
What's going on over there?
And this is why, like I don't want to. I was going to go down the Buffalo route, but it just like.
And this is why me and Josh are packing up and we're leaving.
hey, it'll only be a matter of time before Josh Allen's playing for
outta
Sean
here,
McVay.
Mom.
It's only a matter of time for Josh Allen's playing for Sean McVay with the Rams, and he and his Hollywood wife are going to go home and get out of Western New York.
Because every quarterback wishes they're in great situations like Bo Nix, like Jordan Love.
Yes.
Where you have an organization that's going to build around you and make sure that they do the right things, and they have an owner that cares. They have an owner that is willing to cough up money if they have to. They're going to draft the right way, like you just got them talking about, Zach. Like, I get you, man, and it matters, man.
It does.
All that matters.
It matters. It matters a lot. It matters a lot. And a last stat or fact here. With a win on Sunday, Bo Nix would tie Ben Roethlisberger, Andrew Luck, and Dak Prescott for the second most wins by a quarterback in his first 2 seasons.
That's great company right there.
It's great company. And if you're wondering who's got the most, it's Russell Wilson with 24. If the Broncos went out, Bo Nix would surpass Russell Wilson for the most wins in a quarterback's first 2 seasons in the National Football League. All right.
Get out of my room, Mom. Me and Josh, we're having fun right now.
The key to slowing down the Packers, man, there's one thing that sticks out. We'll talk about what that is. Also, breaking news on the Broncos front that is not very good. We'll pass along the details next.
How should Sean Payton protect Bo Nix from Micah Parsons? Can Vance Joseph's defense avoid another December slump? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football pregame show. Live on game day starting at noon. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Select Health, how can we help?
Representative.
I'm ready to answer any questions you have.
Representative.
I'm Sam.
Representative.
It sounds like you said representative. One moment. Select Health, how can we help?
Finally. Hi, I have a question on copays.
I can help with that.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health, insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
Hi, I'm Lexi, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. We'll help you find last-minute gifts that don't look last-minute, even if you're still planning to propose. At Shane Company, we'll show you perfect gifts at perfect prices, in stock and ready to give. Like hand-matched diamond studs, 14-karat gold chains, or the ultimate gift, a beautiful engagement ring. We have longer store hours, so you can skip the crowds and shop when you want, or visit us at shaneco.com. Because a friend wants you to be a holiday hero. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Mike Rowe here with another fun fact. If your concrete is cracked or uneven, you can actually lift it back up. Whether it's a sinking driveway, a patio, or a sidewalk, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to lift your concrete slabs. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Thinking about buying a home in Colorado? You're not the only one. And now might be your best shot. We're officially in a buyer's market, guys, which means you've got the upper hand. More homes on the market, competition is down, and serious deals are out there just waiting to be found. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking to upgrade or downsize, now's the time to get pre-approved. And American Financing can make that happen in 24 hours or less. Interest rates are competitive, and home prices have been stable. That means you can find a great deal while locking in a monthly payment that fits your budget. Plus, with home equity building over time, your investment grows, making home ownership a smart, long-term financial decision. If you continue to pay rent, you're just paying your landlord's mortgage, and you don't need 20% down. You could be in your new home with as little as 3% down. Plus, they offer down payment assistance programs to make home ownership even easier. So call American Financing at 303-695-7000 or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Okay. Only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first... There. The last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes.
Want to look 10 years younger and lose 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds before spring? Then it's time for Soda Weight Loss. Soda Weight Loss works without drugs or crazy side effects. In fact, our disclaimer would sound like this.
Side effects of soda weight loss may include looking better than you did in high school. Friends asking, okay, seriously, what are you doing? Long-term confidence, increased energy, the urge to take more photos because you actually like what you see.
I'd been wanting to lose weight. I tried on my own. I'd been seeing things for soda, and I was like, okay, I gotta go see what it's all about. It's a great idea. It's a great experience, and I couldn't be happier, honestly, with the result.
You do not have to use weight loss drugs to lose weight and enjoy a healthier, I look 10 years younger version of you. With Soda Weight Loss, you get round-the-clock access to your own personal nutritionist, and right now, when you join Soda Weight Loss, your partner joins for free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
You have friends who care about you, who look out for you. We consider you our friend. So what I'm about to share is important. This is Glenn Jamron. I'm president of Alpine Bank, member FDIC. Your holidays are hectic. Thieves know that. These crooks spend all day trying to scam, cheat, and rob others. Let me give you an example. You've heard of artificial intelligence. These crooks use AI to clone voices and identities to steal your money. They can even sound like your kids or family members. Bad guys will email you fake websites, trying to steal your logins. It's not just in banking. It's everywhere, affecting everyone. Alpine Bank doesn't want you to feel frightened. We do want you to be cautious and aware. Need advice or help? Call Alpine Bank. Alpine Bank, committed to Colorado and you.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss, presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official
and it's not good.
Nope.
Mike McGlinchey has popped up on the injury report, and the starting right tackle is questionable for Sunday. He did not practice at all today, which is a big deal on a Friday as an NFL player, Phil.
Yeah. Oh, it's Fast Friday, right? It's Fast Friday. This is kind of the finishing touches because Saturday you're going to do a walkthrough, then you're going to get your butt on that plane, get some rest, and play that next day. So Fast Friday, you're moving around, and if you're not playing the game, usually you don't go on and do Fast Friday. So right now with McGlinchey, my guessing is no matter what, he may try to play. Something must have happened yesterday where they're doing one-on-ones and something happened where he moved his shoulder to the left or right too much, and it may have strained a little bit. But they're trying to be cautious on what's going on and evaluate it. My guessing is Saturday. Probably shoot him up on Saturday night and then see if he'll play.
Yeah, it's not great because we know that Alex Pawcheski, who filled in admirably for McGlinchey last season, is playing left guard because of the absence of Ben Powers and his bicep strain. So, man, oh man, oh man. And you're going up against, on the edges, Micah Parsons and Rashawn Gary.
Yes.
I mean, this is going to be the toughest task of the year at those two positions, blocking those up. And if Mike McGlinchey can't go, that gets scary real quick. And I do wonder, and I'm just thinking out loud here, I do wonder, because you prioritize right tackle over left guard, if they kick Paucho out to play right tackle and figure it out inside.
No, I'm definitely with you. I think you kick Paucho out because he has done well when he has to replace McGlinchey, and you find somebody else that can replace Paucho in the inside. The only thing with that is, Zach, is you have Parsons who's going to move around all over the place.
Right.
So if it's not on the outside, he's going to be on the inside. He's going to try to take advantage of the weakest link of that offensive line. So what Sean's going to have to do is more double teams, or more slide protection, a lot more chipping. Everything has to go through Micah Parsons and where he's at all times. For Bo, you have to understand, you're going to truly have to get this ball out of your hands fast. All right, understand and know where Micah Parsons is at all times. Get the ball out of your hands, and can we get a run game going to kind of stable everything, kind of stagnate Michael Parsons from just wanting to pass rush and pin his ears back and go full speed and try to get sacks. Put him in a situation, put him in a bind where he's thinking, okay, do I need to stop the run or do I need to go and get this sack?
All right, man, not great. Not great news. Mike McGlinchey, questionable to play on Sunday. Did not practice, has a shoulder injury. We will keep a close eye on that. I also said going into the most recent break, there's a major key to slowing down Jordan Love and the Packers offense, and it's got to do with pressure. Now, I know you say, well, yeah, anytime pressure is prevalent, it's gonna make a difference. Yeah. Well, it just depends on the quarterback. Certain quarterbacks struggle more against pressure. Jordan Love is one that struggles mightily against pressure. When he is not pressured, he's got a passer rating of 126. It's the best mark in the NFL. When he does have pressure, his passer rating goes from 126 to 55, a bottom 5 number in the league. So you're talking about he's the best in the league when he's not facing pressure, and he's one of the 5 worst when he is. That is a dramatic swing.
And it's not just about the pressure, because we know that you can get pressure, but it's about disguising your schemes if you're VJ, which Vance Joseph, the defensive coordinator, has done a great job of disguising his schemes, the coverages, to go with the pressure. Because Jordan Love is a very smart quarterback. He's going to make sure that he puts his team in great situations, whether it's slide protection or changing the play to a pass from a run or a run to a pass or maybe a deep ball. But when you start to disguise the coverages, now it makes Jordan Love think, and maybe he gets uncomfortable, holds onto the ball long enough, and now you're getting that extra pressure from Jonathan Cooper, Nick Bonito. Maybe you are bringing that safety, but it looks like it's cover 2. Then he comes down and he blitzes. So we're going to have to be really precise on when we do blitz, but also the disguise has to be there. Hold your water if you're Hufanga and you're Brendan Jones. Don't give a tip of like what we're getting ready to do, and you go from there.
All right, certainly a theme to watch on Sunday. Just a couple more stats to back up the pressure dynamic when throwing pressure at Jordan Love. His completion percentage when he's not facing pressure, 79%, elite. completion percentage when facing pressure goes from 79% to 41%. His touchdown to interception ratio when he is not facing pressure, 21 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. When he is facing pressure, 1 single touchdown along with 1 pick. So gotta get to him, obviously. Even if you're not sacking him, just getting him off his mark, make him move around, make him realign. And I think the Broncos are actually perfectly suited to do this defensively.
They have the guys. They have the talent on the outsides with Riley Moss, PS2, Hufanga, Brandon Jones. But can the linebackers in that pass rush get to Jordan Love? Because Jordan Love also has great protection in front of him with that offensive line. It's going to be a great game, Zach.
It's going to be a great
Let's
game.
go.
I mentioned this before, but it bears repeating. Not only does Love have a top 5 Pro Football Focus grade at all 3 levels of the field, but, and this is nuts, okay, when you look at quarterbacks in NFL history in week 11 or later, Jordan Love basically turns into John Elway mixed with Peyton Manning. All right? Jordan Love, this is crazy. Jordan Love has the single highest touchdown to interception ratio week 11 or later in the history of NFL football. He has the highest passer rating week 11 or later in the history of professional football. And the touchdown to interception mark, week 11 or later, 37 touchdown passes to 3 interceptions.
Right.
It sounds like almost make-believe how good he gets late in the season, talking about Love. Man, it's nuts. And so far this season, since week 11, so weeks 11, 12, 13, 14, record 4-0, 9 touchdowns, 1 interception, 112 passer
Zach,
rating.
My man is playing out of his mind. But like I said earlier this week, has he went up against a defense like this?
Not yet.
I feel like I'm going to be like Ric Flair. Woo! Okay, we're the rootin'est, tootin'est Cowboys in the Wild Wild West. Woody's Roundup, baby. Toy Story.
Woody's Roundup. Woody's Roundup.
It's going to be different when you have to come into this altitude, when you have to go up against this pass rush with Nick Bonito, who has 12.5 sacks, Jonathan Cooper, John Franklin-Myers, Zach Allen, Zach. And then you got Hufanga, Brandon Jones, like I've said. You have the pressure coming from all angles. Hell, we can even bring a cornerback blitz this week with McMillan. So for Jordan Love, he knows that he's not going to have a lot of time to set up for these deep balls, and that's something that he loves to do. He wants to throw deep. He wants to be aggressive. Don't be too aggressive, because if you are too aggressive, that ass is getting sacked.
Here's Sean Payton earlier in the week on the Packers quarterback.
His deep ball accuracy, his poise in the pocket. He can extend, he can climb, he can run. He doesn't take sacks. I feel like over the last however many years, I've watched him just progress, and so there's a timing and a confidence level. They do a really good job offensively of getting the ball down the field to a talented group of receivers, and they're right near the top. First in third down, I think they're second in red zone. I mean, statistically speaking, both sides of the ball are way up there.
And that's what makes this such a challenge on Sunday afternoon. All right, it's going to be a jam-packed weekend in the NFL. What games impact the Broncos the most? We'll discuss next.
Denver and Green Bay are set for a potential Super Bowl preview. Kick your football Sunday off in style with Denver Game Day, powered by Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos. Live on Game Day starting at 10 a.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
And when I got those letters from the IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real, and I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Helzberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop in store at Helzberg.com for up to 50% off.
Men, it's the holidays, the season of all kinds of hustle and bustle. But if your energy is down, if you aren't sleeping well, if your sex drive is MIA and you just don't feel like the guy you once were, maybe it's tough to get excited for all the holiday cheer. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if this sounds like you may have low testosterone. And if so, this is the season for you to get treated. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating low T. If you're like most guys, you'll feel the change in just a few weeks. And truly, the results can be life-changing. You'll have improved mental clarity, your energy will kick up, your workouts will be better, your sleep patterns will improve, and your sex drive will likely heat up as well. So call us and don't go through another season with low T. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Hey folks, Stoke here from my friends at Embers Golf, your go-to spot for holiday shopping. That's right, gear up, save big, and surprise the golf fan in your family. Embers Golf is family-owned and customer-focused, so you know you're getting the best service and the best deals. I know, I got a full bag fitting from my guys over there, Trevor and Tate. I'm telling you, it was the absolute best. I love my new clubs that I got this year. Driver 3-wood, all my irons. What a golf year it's been. So don't wait, shop now at embersgolf.com. Embers Golf, where your passion meets a great.
Enjoy this run to the playoffs and be safe when you're going to the games or to parties. If you do get into an accident, make the right call to Flanagan Law. While the other guys blend in, I stand out. Look for the Shamrock, Flanagan Law, your advocate when you need it most.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. Imagine all that could happen in 5 years. Jobs may change, kids are going to grow, new memes will come out, but also, what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Well, thanks to Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you actually don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that finds and fixes any issues before you even notice them. It's like a super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from threats online. Plus, you get incredible gaming speeds on multiple devices with no one battling for bandwidth. For the next 5 years, all your devices are going to be working in perfect harmony, and you get our best equipment with no annual contracts, no fees, no strings attached. So even though your kids will grow up and you still won't understand what 6-7 means, your internet will stay sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. All with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
Cake Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. These days, we expect everything fast. Streaming, food delivery, even same-day shipping. So why should using the equity in your home to get cash be any different? At Cake Mortgage, we get fast. We just got a client approved for $300,000 in under 24 hours with our Cake Fast Cash program. If you're struggling with high-interest debt, roll it into one low monthly payment and save hundreds or more each month. The best part? You'll keep your current mortgage rate and only pay for what you use. Cake Mortgage. Your fresh-baked fast cash loan is ready to enjoy. So don't wait. Call 720-850-0012. That's 720-850-0012. Or visit cakehome.com for thousands of 5-star reviews.
Merry Christmas from EV and Auto and your friends at Foundation Chevrolet,
where we've got a ho lot of deals.
During the Red Tag sales event, dash away in a brand spankin' new Chevy Equinox EV.
Or shiny new Chevy Blazer EV. All electric, all priced most merrily.
Together, let's drive. See us in Wheat Ridge or visit FoundationChevrolet.com.
Happy holidays and catch a ride.
Catch Telestrator Tuesday weekly on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, where Stink or Stoke dive into the past weekend's games with a coach's eye, using insights into what went right and wrong on critical plays. Telestrator Tuesdays, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on 104.3 HD3, DU Hockey skates with St. Cloud State with pregame starting at 5:30. Saturday on 104.3 HD3, DU Basketball faces Cal State Fullerton with pregame starting at 1:30. And on Sunday, 104.3 HD2, CSU Basketball faces Northern New Mexico with pregame starting at 12:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, hanging out at MST on a Bud Light Football Friday right next to Coors Field. MST Denver off of Market Street and Park Ave West. And we're going to be here until just about 6 o'clock. Bud Light is going to be actually giving away a pair of tickets to Broncos-Jags on Sunday, December 21st, along with 2 Bud Light VIP tailgate passes. You have to be 21 to enter that contest. Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Hey, so it's going to be a jam-packed weekend in the NFL. And let's take a look at just a handful of games that are interest from a Broncos, or of interest from a Broncos perspective, or just interesting through the scope of the NFL. So how about the Chargers-Chiefs rematch? Remember, this is the game that kicked off the season.
Yeah.
And the Chargers were able to
it was out of the country, too.
That's right. It was. Chargers looking to sweep Kansas City for the first time since 2013. How about this? The Chiefs are 1-6 in one-possession games this year, the year after setting the league record going 11-0 in one-possession games.
The Chiefs, they just don't have it this year, man. It seems like they're just done. Travis Kelce, I believe this is his last year. You know, like his great years are behind him. And for someone like Patrick Mahomes, he's banged up too. So I think what's going to happen is the Chargers, who is a very tough team, and I know we need them to lose, but the Chargers have always, and I will repeat this, have always played the Chiefs tough.
Yep.
And just like the Denver Broncos and Chiefs, it's a divisional opponent. So I could see a situation where the Chiefs find a way, though, to beat these Chargers because their back's against the wall. If the Kansas City Chiefs lose this one, they will be eliminated. So they need to go out there with the right mindset to beat the Chargers. The Chargers know that they're trying to compete with the Denver Broncos. This is going to be a good game.
It is going to be a good game. Chiefs at home, 5.5-point favorite. Last week, the Chargers could not block Philly. You remember that in primetime, Herbert was running for his life.
The broken hand.
I think he's going to be in trouble. I think the Chargers are going to lose this game in Arrowhead on Sunday. You have the Bills in New England against the Patriots. This is Diggs versus Buffalo again. The Bills are a 1.5-point favorite. This thing has actually gone back and forth. Obviously, number 1 seed in the AFC is on the line from a Broncos perspective. Who do you like in this game?
Oh, we have to cheer for the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, yeah.
We have to cheer for the Buffalo Bills. I like what Josh Allen's doing. All right, he's putting the team on his back. We all know if you're watching these games, and we watch all these games, the Bills' defense is not that good. But what Josh Allen's doing is he's making sure that he's sustaining drives. He's making the plays when it matters the most with his feet and with his arms. They know that they're in the playoff hunt, too, with seeding, and so they're trying to get a better seed for themselves.
Yep.
But also, you're playing against the Patriots that have everything in front of them. They have a chance to secure that number 1 seed, too. This is going to be a great matchup, but I have Buffalo in Buffalo.
No, it's in New England.
Okay, I was going to say New England's another one, but Buffalo on the road is still, to me, with Josh Allen, knowing that he can help his seeding out, they win it.
All right, I'll have the Patriots sweeping the Bills and winning the division. As much as I don't like saying that, I'm hoping the Bills win for the Bills and the Broncos' perspective.
What's making you say that?
Their defense isn't any good. I think they've been overrated all season long. The burden on Josh Allen is unfair. He is propping up that entire organization right now.
Here we go.
It's not a game of one-on-one. If it is, I'd like Josh. But it's 11-on-11. I'll take the Patriots. And they just announced that they're having a baby. He and his Hollywood wife are having a baby. He was asked recently,
what he learned about himself since meeting, what's her name, Haley? What he learned about himself is that he's more than a football player. So the Bills are officially cooked, and so we'll
the
see.
Bills are over.
The Ravens at the Bengals. Lamar Jackson, 1 touchdown and 4 interceptions in his last 4 games. If the Ravens lose to the Bengals, their playoff chances go down to 14%. With a win, they shoot up to 48%. Who do you like here?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens, you got Lamar Jackson back. He's been banged up as much as people want to, go at him because he hasn't been well. He's been banged up. Here you go. You still do have King Henry, Derrick Henry. The defense has been playing better for the Baltimore Ravens. And just like the Kansas City Chiefs, the Baltimore Ravens are in a situation where you lose, you're almost out of the playoffs.
Correct.
You have to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. And we have to remember, was it Thanksgiving? I want to say Thanksgiving night. You had the Bengals beating the Baltimore Ravens, beating them up pretty good. So I think that the Ravens understand what they have to do. They're going to get this win.
You have Browns at Bears. Shador gets another opportunity in Chicago. It is going to be freezing. The weather is going to be about 10 degrees. With the wind chill, it's going to be minus 10. The only thing colder in Chicago this weekend is Shador's Rolly, Phil.
Rolly with a Dab Ranch. No, I mean, this is going to be a cold game. And like I've said before with quarterbacks, if you can play good in the cold, you're going to have a great chance to win you a Super Bowl at some point as long as you have the pieces around you, because playoffs are played in the cold. And you get to the Super Bowl, then you get to have the luxury of being in the warmth. So with that being said, I like Ben Johnson. Chicago Bears are rolling. All right, you have Caleb Williams, who he's turning the corner for himself, and he's believing in Ben Johnson. So I have the Bears beaten. Rolly, Shador Sanders. And hopefully Shador can do well, but I don't know, man, how well he does in the cold.
Watch out for the dynamic of the Bears defense, leading the NFL with 18 interceptions this season. So for Shador. The Bears' playoff chances rise to 69% with a win. They fall below 50% with a loss. They've had a great season, but they're in a tough logjam there. And then we'll be watching Phillip Rivers. Will he be starting on Sunday? And will his spleen bust live on television? We're going to find out. So it's going to be an interesting day in the league, top to bottom, as the bye weeks are done and everyone is in action. Okay, what is the single biggest key to victory against the Packers, according to Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall? We'll ask him next.
Will the Broncos defense overwhelm Jordan Love? Will R.J. Harvey put together another solid performance in the run game? We'll react to it all in the Fan Football Postgame Show. Live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Advent Health is Littleton's home for highly specialized, life-changing heart care. From preventive screenings to personalized treatment options, it's heartfelt care from expert hands. The Advent Health Heart and Vascular Institute is now open, ready to provide wholehearted care for your whole health.
Toyotathon is on at Corwin Toyota. Save big when you lease a new 2025 Tacoma SR5 for just $369 down and $369 a month, or drive off in a new 2025 RAV4 XLE for as little as $399 down and $399 a month. Unwrap your holiday savings during the Toyotathon sales event. Visit us off Pearl Parkway or shop online at CorwinToyotaBoulder.com. Corwin Toyota, family driven for over 100 years.
Are you ready for the holidays? Hi, this is Scott Matthew with Matthew's Fine Watches and Jewelry. We have a great selection to choose from and special gifts with purchase. Discover elegant Allison Kaufman diamond bracelets. Select styles 30% off. These pieces are limited. When they're gone, they're gone. Looking to pop the question? Come to Matthew's Fine Watches and Jewelry and let our family be a part of your special day.
Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry in the Highlands Ranch Town Center and at MatthewsFineWatches.com.
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. You know, in the game of life, our most valuable asset is our health.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
What if you could delay your next 2 mortgage payments? Imagine putting those 2 payments in your pocket ahead of the holidays. That's possible when you call American Financing. If you're feeling stretched by everyday expenses, groceries, gas, bills piling up, you're not alone. Most Americans are putting these expenses on credit cards, and credit card rates are insane, in the 20s or even 30s. American Financing can show you how to use your home's equity to pay off that debt with rates in the low 5s. Their salary-based mortgage consultants are helping homeowners just like you restructure their loans and save money every month, all without upfront fees. Their customers are saving an average of $800 a month. That's like a $10,000 raise without having to change jobs. Call now before it's too late at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org. APR for rates in the 5s start at 6.196% for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
Get a double dose of Denver men's basketball this week with games Thursday, December 11th at 7 p.m. versus Alaska Anchorage and Saturday, December 13th at 2 p.m. versus Cal State Fullerton.
Game goes along as Josh Lee floating into the lane, bucket good in the foul.
Join us Thursday and Saturday in Hamilton Gym. Let's go DU.
Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you, because you can't be pinned down, unless you want to be. Your first love story is free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at Audible.com.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, welcome back to it on a Bud Light Football Friday. Hanging out with you and rolling downhill from now till 6 o'clock. And we check in with our dude, Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall joins us now, presented by Corwin Toyota Boulder. B. Marshall, I just want to get right to a piece of news we found out this afternoon. Unfortunate news coming out of Broncos practice that right tackle Mike McGlinchey did something to his shoulder yesterday in practice. We're not exactly sure of the severity of it, but he did not practice at all here on a Friday. He is listed as questionable for Sunday's game. His backup last year during the season is currently playing left guard Just how big of a deal in this matchup against the Packers would it be for the Broncos if they did not have their starting right tackle, Mike McGlinchey?
I mean, it would be massive, right? I mean, you got Michael Parsons, 12 and a half sacks. Rashawn Gary's on the defensive line. They have some guys on the D line. So I definitely think it'll be very impactful if he doesn't play. Now the Broncos have to figure out the shuffling they do. It's not always, the backup, comes in on the offensive line, because there's times where, whoever's, the sixth lineman, right? Sometimes you have to move somebody to, guard, move somebody outside, however they want to configure it. But I hope he plays on Sunday because it could have some implications.
B. Marsh, you have Jordan Love, who's playing out of his mind right now. 22 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. This is a huge game. What problems does Jordan Love present for this Denver Bronco defense?
I look at Jordan Love as a playmaker. He knows how to elude the rush. He's mobile enough, right? Is he extremely mobile? Nah, but he's mobile enough. I do think he makes, big time plays when it matters. There's times he may struggle routinely, but when it matters, Jordan Love makes the play. And so, obviously, great quarterback, great defense. It's going to be an extremely interesting matchup. I think obviously we put that pressure on them. It could change some things. Our defense is superb, literally superb. But Jordan Love is a problem. He's been a problem. And the way he's playing right now, they're on track to do some good things in the playoffs, right? Because the Jordan Love we saw last year wasn't that great, but the Jordan Love we saw the year before was really good. So I think he struggles with inconsistency, right? He's not a consistent quarterback like you would hope, but this year he's playing well.
We're chatting with Brandon Marshall, Super Bowl 50 champion, former Broncos linebacker. Hey, we have talked a lot about the home field advantage here. And Sean Payton referenced, hey, that game against Kansas City, our crowd legitimately helped us win that game. You were playing for the Denver Broncos when they were at their peak and making a Super Bowl run. But you've also played around the NFL. What makes it different? Do you think that we maybe over-exaggerate it, or is it, as someone who lived it, this is an actual unique built-in advantage?
Yeah, so taking nothing away from the fans, part of, the home field advantage is obviously, the altitude, right? I think that's a big part of the advantage. Now, when our crowd gets rocking and they're loud and the energy's up in that building, it is amazing. There's nothing like it. I've been to a lot of stadiums. Like you said, I played around the NFL, and am I biased? Hell yeah, I'm biased. But guess what? I think we up there with the likes of Kansas City, Seattle, those teams that have those good stadiums with that fan and that crowd noise. So, and the one thing about the Broncos fans, they show up. And they show up, whether the team is, 5-8, they're going to show up. So I definitely appreciate about that. And I love that about our fans.
B. Marsh, you have a situation here where the Denver Broncos are rolling. All right, they won 10 straight. They're undefeated at home. Now, there has been talk about maybe it's time for them to lose. It's okay for them to lose. How do you feel about that when somebody says, hey, I would be okay with the Denver Broncos at least losing one more game, just kind of bring them back to reality or make sure that they know that you can't get comfortable. What's your take on that?
I don't like it. But I understand it, though. I understand it because it's almost like you may want to sure up some flaws, or you might want to expose some flaws before you get into the tournament. And I think there's some truth to that. But I do think as long as the coaching staff is nitpicking the small things, because I think that's what happens, right? When you start winning, things are going good. You start to ignore the little things, right? Small things, the techniques, the missteps, the mishand placement, or whatever technique. You start to look past it because guess what? You're winning. The NFL has a saying, winning cures all, right? And I don't think that's always true. Because when you start to, like you said, you've won 10 in a row and you start to look past certain things, it'll catch up to you in the tournament. So hopefully all the coaches are on everything, effort, attitude, hand placement, foot placement, whatever really it, honestly, whatever coaches do as far as like, hey, the small things, we can't look past those.
For whatever reason, and I guess I'll ask you why, Josh Jacobs has really owned his matchup with the Denver Broncos. He's averaging 119 yards from scrimmage and over a touchdown when he plays the Broncos. He's never lost to them. He's 8-0. Now, some of that is circumstantial, but when you look at Josh Jacobs, how do you diagnose who he is as a runner?
So let me tell you, man, in 2019, I got signed to the Oakland Raiders. Still kind of feels weird saying that, by the way, but I was signed to the Oakland Raiders, and we drafted Josh Jacobs, and we actually drafted Max Crosby too. And so they hit on those guys. When I saw Josh Jacobs practice, I said, oh, this dude is special, just because of how smooth he was. Phil, it's kind of similar to when I saw you. I'm like, oh man, this guy is gonna be able to do something.
Yeah.
I saw Josh. Hey, somebody might as well make me a scout. Come on, make me a scout, man. I got a little eye, maybe for running backs at least. So literally, I saw him run. I saw him run a route, right, Phil? I saw him run a route. It was like a Texas route. He caught the ball. Then I seen him, get a pitch, and I'm like, and mind you, this is OTA, so we got T-shirts on. I was like, ooh, I like this kid. I think he's gonna be special. He's versatile. And that was in 2019. In 2025, he's one of the best running backs in the NFL. And what makes Josh Jacobs so good is, I think his footwork is really clean. I think his hands are good. I think he has really good vision. I really like his quickness. These are all things I noticed as a rookie when he was coming on the field in 2019. So it's not a surprise that he's doing so well now. On the other side, why he's doing so well, a lot of games he's done well. We didn't have Vance Joseph, right? Vance Joseph's first time in Denver, 2023, or second stint in Denver, 2023. I want to say Josh Jacobs only had about 2.5 yards per carry. So he did really well before Vance came. So we'll see how it goes this weekend. When Vance came, we shut him down. So we'll see.
And last one on the way out, and this is just I guess curiosity, B. Marsh. So I know we've asked you about this defense compared to the Super Bowl 50 defense, but I took a dive and for really a video for social media, the similarities. And B. Marsh, you guys gave up 18 points a game. This defense is giving up 18 points a game. You guys gave up 283 yards a game. This defense is giving up 282 yards a game. Literally a yard difference after a whole season. You guys gave up a passer rating to opposing quarterbacks of 78. It's the exact same with this defense, giving up a passer rating to opposing quarterbacks of 78. When you take a look at it, and by the way, Super Bowl 50 in Santa Clara, Super Bowl 60s in Santa Clara. You guys had Peyton Manning. This team has Sean Payton and George Payton. How about this one? The Packers have come to Denver 4 times in 25 years. Once this year, and it also happened in 2015.
Oh, man.
It's kind of eerie when you look at it. I'm curious just your thoughts of what I just said. And also, do you have any thought of any kind of a similarity between this defense and your defense, or a difference?
Are you trying to tell me that this is almost deja vu?
Yeah. It feels weird, man.
It feels that we may go to the Super Bowl again 10 years later. We might.
B-Marsh, think about this. Your defensive coordinator at the time was Wade Phillips. Wade Phillips was a former Broncos head coach. Vance Joseph is the D coordinator here. He's a former head coach of the Broncos. Like, it's weird.
That is weird. That's crazy, by the way. A couple differences. Well, first of all, I just found out that our defense, the no-fly zone in 2015, was the only defense in Denver Broncos history to finish number 1 in the NFL. That was crazy. That's an honor, by the way. That's actually wild. So the only difference is obviously they're maybe number 4, or they're not number 1, right?
Right.
So, but similarities, pass rush. Obviously they don't have brand name guys like Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware, but guess what? Nick Bonito is top 5 in sacks in the NFL. He's doing his thing, right? you have a lot of guys around them that are getting to the quarterback. They have a lot of production, sack-wise, and that is absolutely similar, right? Then you talk about what's similar in the secondary. We had 3 really good corners, okay? We had 3 really good corners, Aqib Talib, Chris Harris, and Bradley Roby. And we had some backups that could have played on any other team, like Kayvon Webster or Mark Bowden, which is crazy, right? Obviously, Aqib or Chris wasn't touted as the number 1 corner in the league, right? Reigning defensive player of the year like Pat Surtain was. Pat Surtain takes away half of the field, right? But at the same time, Riley Moss is doing this thing in his own right. I know people are frustrated with him, but also we had TJ Ward, headhunter, and Darren Stewart, and I always butcher his name, Hufanga. He's a headhunter too.
Yep.
I like him a lot. I like him a lot. So I think there is a lot of similarities, just like you said, stats wise, but also personnel. Personnel wise, there's a lot of similarities. So I think it is kind of eerie, like you're saying. It would be amazing. I would be in Santa Clara in a heartbeat if we make it, right? So you kind of just gave me chills a little bit, we're just hearing all of that.
Oh, that's so cool, man. You are the man. We love having you on. Appreciate you so
Take
much.
care, B.
Have a great weekend, brother.
Thank you, man. Yes, sir. Y'all too.
All right. There
Love.
he goes. That was Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall, presented by Corwin Toyota Boulder, family driven for over 100 years. And you can hear him this is weird.
Yeah,
Clearly, he didn't know all that.
No, he really wanted to say, well, we're still the best.
Yeah, sure.
But overall, we talked about it yesterday, Zach. I mean, this is freaky. From the defense to what the offense is doing to the coaching staff to where it's going to be played. The Super Bowl is going to be played.
Yeah.
It's destiny. This is exactly what it feels like. Now, the Denver Broncos have to go out there and do it, but if they can, man, truly a 30 for 30.
No.
So everything that's going on and what has happened in the past when Sean Payton first got here till now, it's insane.
It's has potential to be legendary. And if you want to quote some of those stats to a friend, they're all up on social media, on my Twitter, on my Instagram, TikTok. Just type in my name, I pop right up. You can pass it along to a friend. All right, this is KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive. Woo! Hanging out with you on a Bud Light Football Friday, and we are rolling downhill. 3 hours in the books, 1 to go.
Now, you have to ask Oshador Sanders if you want to use the word legendary.
Oh, did he coin that one too?
No,
goodness.
He better not have.
You just can't coin normal words in the English language.
He's legendary.
God, I remember Ohio State wanted to trademark the. So,
for the
Ohio State. No, you
man.
can't trademark the. You can't do that. We come up with an original phrase and we'll talk.
I think I like that word.
You can't trademark the. Goodness gracious. It's going to be a really fun afternoon. Broncos, Packers in a heavyweight fight, truly. And this is big boy football. We have mentioned this before. It bears repeating. This is the 12th time ever, all right, that a top 2 seed from the AFC meets a top 2 seed from the NFC in Week 15 or later, all right? This is a highly, highly rated. It feels like I said, it feels like, Tyson Holyfield.
Yeah, this is a huge matchup, and this is why when we talked to Mike Kliss earlier, I'm going to have to bring my belt out and handle business with Mike Kliss, because he made it sound like it really didn't matter if we won or lost this game. I know they're in the NFC and we're in the AFC, but it doesn't matter. These are 2 teams that are battling for seeding. These are 2 teams that want to show themselves, show their fan base that they can do it. They can win it all. If we cannot beat the Green Bay Packers, or let's just say the Green Bay Packers beat us by 2 touchdowns, that's not a good sign for the Denver Broncos, knowing that you have 3 more games left, 3 playoff teams left to play, and then you got to get ready for the playoffs. You want as much momentum as possible going into the playoffs, and it starts by beating the Green Bay Packers.
What would you highlight or identify as the single, and obviously there's many keys to victory, but what would be at the top of your list?
It's going to be the pass rushers. It's going to be the pass rushers, and honestly, let's just say offensive defensive line, because now for the offensive line, you have to keep two elite pass rushers out of the backfield, and on the other side for the defense, you have to get to Jordan Love. You have to put pressure on Jordan Love, and he will make the mistakes because Jordan Love's a guy that if you just let him, if he just sits there, he will pick you apart. But once you start to bring that pressure, when he starts to feel your presence, he will make bad decisions, and that's exactly what the Denver Broncos have to do. They have to disguise their scheme when it comes to their coverages, so Jordan Love doesn't identify it and check to something different, and then bring as much pressure as possible from different angles to where Jordan Love is just uneasy in the pocket. Now for Bo has to get the ball out of his hands, and the offensive line has to try to stand up as tall as they can and as long as they can for Bo Nix so that he can complete some passes and we can sustain drives. So it's going to come down to the offensive defensive line for sure.
Man, well, on the heels of you saying that, I guess I'm pretty concerned about the Mike McGlinchey component here. I am. And if you haven't heard, earlier today we found out that Mike McGlinchey is questionable to play. Something happened in practice.
Yep.
Did his shoulder pop out? We're not sure. But it's hyper relevant when you're going up against Rashawn Gary and Micah Parsons. And goodness, I would be a little bit more settled if Ben Powers wasn't already out. All right? Because Alex Pawcheski has been filling in at left guard. Now, maybe they kick him out to right tackle, but then you're still going with, your seventh offensive lineman to play left guard. And knowing, and we've spoken about this, Micah Parsons can line up anywhere. So he can line up right over left guard if he wants.
Yeah.
And so I don't like this dynamic, this curveball from a health standpoint.
If McGlinchey cannot play, it changes the game plan up a little bit. Because now, if you're Bo Nix, you're like, Coach, I don't know how much shotgun we want to do all game. And just do these drop backs and let Micah Parsons and Rashawn Gary just come at me.
Yeah.
They're going to have to go under center, which they seem to be doing a lot more anyway with the fullback, and do more play action. In order to get the play action to work, we all know you got to be able to run the football. But if you are able to run the football, then it's gonna get the pass rushers guessing a little bit, where it's like, hey, I can't just pin my ears back and go and get a sack. I have to still stop the run.
Yep.
So we have to have a balanced attack if you're the Denver Broncos, and it's going to probably be under center where you are having that fullback to help R.J. Harvey out, but also it's going to set up for the play action, and hopefully we can get someone like Evan Ingram really involved this game.
Yeah, and it might be, well, I don't want to get too carried away, but maybe it's you stick with a heavier personnel grouping.
Yeah.
It's like they're not going to be in 13 personnel for all four quarters, but it might need an altered and tailored game plan if McGlinchey can't go. Again, don't want to be a fearmonger, but he's literally questionable and did not practice on a Friday before a Sunday game. So not great. Bo Nix. What does Bo Nix need to do to ensure a Broncos victory?
So, Bo, all right, I'm not necessarily saying he needs to put on the cape this time, but he's going to have to do a little bit more than what he did against the Raiders. Now, I understand with the Raiders, it's like, hey, control the game. It's there. Why not? And if the Green Bay Packers give us the run all game long, then let's do that. But for Bo Nix, he is going to have to make some plays. I'm not saying throw it downfield into double coverage, but what I'm saying is make some plays with your legs. Be smart with the football. Take a couple chances to have an explosive play. Get Cortland Sutton and Marvin Mims involved. Get Troy Franklin involved when the deep ball is open. But I believe that if we're going to win this game, Bo Nix is going to have to throw for a touchdown because the Green Bay Packers are stingy in the red zone as well. They're not going to just let you run the ball on them.
No.
They're going to just bend over and take it. That's not how they're going out. So for Bo Nix, he's going to have to keep plays alive with his legs, looking downfield, and hopefully he can be accurate with the football. If he can do that, sustain drives, we're going to be in great hands.
Yeah, I agree with you on the touchdown front. Bo Nix has one touchdown pass in the last 3 games. If we come in on Monday and it's one touchdown pass in the last 4 games, Broncos probably lose this game. He's going to have to be the best version of himself.
Yeah.
And, I'm still skeptical of the Broncos run game. And I know I was –
As you should be, Zach.
Yeah, but I heard a lot of, well, I was worried and now I'm kind of not because of what we saw. It's like, hold on a second. This was – 75 yards rushing from R.J. Harvey against the 2-win Raiders. And I have to see what it looks like against upper echelon competition like Green Bay. And, I still have my doubts that he is a down-to-down route runner, a down-to-down starting running back
the
in
bell
the NFL.
count back.
Yeah, and is he a 1B? Yeah, I think so. Is he him though? I got to see more. I just have to see more. So this will be a huge test for RJ Harvey and that running back room.
And you know what? I'm with you on this. Be more consistent. It's in you if you're RJ Harvey. You just did it against the Raiders. You ran as hard as you possibly could have ran against the Raiders. Can you do it against a better defense that tackles well? All right, the Green Bay Packers are going to tackle, and they're going to blitz. So there's going to be pressure. There's going to be 5 guys coming. Can R.J. Harvey break a couple of these tackles off, move the chains that way? I want to see the same version we saw against the Raiders. And if he comes out there with that same mentality, the same mindset that I refuse to go down, he's going to have a hell of a game against a really good defense. And then people can sit back and say, okay, this R.J. Harvey guy, he seems like a guy that's going to continue to do what he's doing because he's getting that confidence. And you can see it. It's in him. But can you stay consistent on what you're doing day to day and game to game?
Yeah, honestly, I just said a couple minutes ago, I said, hey, Bo Nix 1 touchdown pass in 3 games. If we come in on Monday and it's 1 touchdown pass in 4 games, Broncos probably have lost that game. But do the inverse. If we came in on Monday and we're saying that R.J. Harvey ran for 75 yards against the Packers and had another 25 out of the backfield and 100 yards from scrimmage, I would say, yeah, Broncos probably won. That just that added element of the run game because they're going to throw it. Dude, you know where Bo Nix ranks right now in passing attempts in the NFL?
Has to be close to number 1. Has to be. If not number 1, it's close to it, right?
So we know, I brought this up in the offseason. Bo Nix, as a rookie quarterback, was 6th in attempts. Right now, he's 3.
Okay, so he's
the only quarterbacks that have thrown it more than Bo Nix is Dak Prescott and Patrick Mahomes. That's it. He's got 470 passing attempts on the season. So they're going to throw it. But Sean, in his heart of hearts, knows that you also have to run it. You have to be multiple. And so will we see it on Sunday? I don't know, but I will say this. You know me. I like if I'm going to make a prediction, I'm usually drawing from something.
Yeah.
I don't like to say, hey, I feel this way. Well, why, Zach? Well, I just feel it in my gut. Like we usually don't have those conversations. But I do have something in my gut, and it's not based on anything I've seen lately, but I do think there is a moment for Jaleel McLaughlin coming. And I think it'll come against the Green Bay Packers.
No, when you're saying moment, an explosive play.
Yes,
right?
an explosive play that changes the dynamic of a drive. That just one play, a 38-yard run, flips the field, or gets the Broncos into the red area, or he breaks one for a touchdown. I don't know, but
it's brewing.
It's brewing. That's a perfect word for it.
No, I mean, and if you watch the game against the Raiders, and I know all of us did. Jaleel had a couple solid runs to where he ran hard, and if he breaks that tackle, like we always say, he's gone for a bigger game. But it's coming. For Jaleel, he's been sitting there in the back seat waiting to play, chomping at the bits to get out here. Now he's starting to probably get into some type of rhythm. And so maybe this game here on Sunday against Green Bay is where he opens up and has that explosive play that helps us sustain a drive or maybe even wins the game for us. But it's going to have to be a running back quarterback thing by committee where Bo Nix is running and taking off when he has a lane, where you have Tyler Bidet, who's going to get a couple carries, my guessing, where you have Jaleel McLaughlin, who will get more carries than he did against the Raiders, I'm thinking. And then you have R.J. Harvey, who wants to continue to have build this on this momentum of 15 carries and maybe 70 yards, maybe 75 yards again, like you said earlier. But if we are going to win this game, we have to have a balanced attack. We have to keep the Green Bay Packers guessing on their feet. What are they going to do? Play action. Do we have to bring a guy in the box? So now if you do that, you got those one-on-one opportunities. We need more explosive plays, and this is where hopefully Marvin Mims comes to play.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned that. And I know we spent some time Tuesday talking about Mims, but here we are for a 3rd straight year talking about getting Marvin Mims more involved in the offense. And when I say we, that's Sean Payton included, who on Monday said, I just got out of a meeting with our coaches. We have to find a way to get this guy more involved. He's clearly a weapon. He changed the entire game on Sunday against the Raiders. And I had to give Kliss pushback earlier in the show, and he's like, well, he returns kicks, and, a lot of times you can't do both. I said, Mike, you don't draft someone 63rd overall in the NFL draft for just special teams.
We had a lot of pushback from Mike today, didn't we?
We did. But yeah, it's like let's not find creative excuses. Like, he's a wide receiver. Is he a down-to-down route runner? I don't believe so. Is there still a role for him on game days? I do believe so. And he's averaging 1 target per game in the last month. That should change on Sunday.
You know what I said yesterday? It's unacceptable. Your ultimate weapon is Marvin Mims. We know he can do great things when it comes to returning the football. But as an explosive player, he's honestly maybe the only one we have. I thought Evan Ingram would be another weapon, a joker that's explosive, but he's not. When you talk about an explosive guy, it's like you have to have your antennas up every time he steps foot on that football field, because you know he can stretch the football field, or he can get an end around, or take a screen to the house, and that's exactly what Marvin Mims can do. You can line him up anywhere, slot, X, which means he's on the outside. You can line him up as a running back, you name it. And so moving forward, Sean Payton needs to be more creative with Marvin Mims, our most explosive weapon that's just sitting there watching the damn game like us, Zach, like you and I, just as a fan. That's unacceptable.
Well, another guy that we thought could check the box of explosion is Troy Franklin, who has gotten a ton of opportunity this year, 88 targets, which is 2 off of the team lead and had been the team lead up until Cortland Sutton got 10 targets last weekend. But in the last couple weeks, he just has not been that impactful. Troy Franklin. He has not really performed.
No.
He's got a drop in there, which kind of like every time you see Troy have a drop, it brings you back. You know what I mean? And it's like you earn some of the trust back, and then there'll be a drop.
Yeah.
11 yards against the Raiders, 21 yards against the Commanders. He has sort of come back down to earth a little bit.
He has. And now it's time for Sean to kind of get him going in the intermediate game, and also a guy that you're going to utilize him in the screen game as well. With Pat Bryant not being available for this game, he is not going to play this game. Look for Troy Franklin and Marvin Mims to have an increased role, and that means just slant routes, just trying to get these playmakers the ball, right? Run after catch. Like, that's what I want to see, the yak, yards after the catch. That's something that the Denver Broncos have done a better job of this year, is catching the short yards, getting another 3 or 4 yards. So if they can do that, sustain drives, move the chains, they're going to have success, and they're going to be able to top off these long drives with a touchdown if they can do what they did against the Raiders, which is a hard ask. I mean, that was the Raiders who were 2-10 with a bad defense. You're talking about the Green Bay Packers, who are not going to just sit there and let you push them around.
Yep. If you want to Dante back in the studio, call Colin Zanker, a.k.a. Light Switch. He's – oh, God.
Yeah, we're checking, Colin. We're checking out of it. Check it out of it.
Now, I don't know if our listeners can hear that or not. So I'm just going to assume that they don't for right now until we have further notice. Evan Ingram.
Yeah.
I know we talked about him earlier, and we need to talk about him again because, man, you take a step back, and I know Ingram's been a bit of a like a week-by-week conversation.
Yeah.
But not for the right reasons, outside of 1 week, which was the Commanders game. And the hope was because of how he performed in the Commanders game that now you're just going to parlay that into what you were supposed to be from the outset. Not so much. 8 yards receiving against the Raiders. It sort of continued to look the way that it has. And, man, this guy signed a 2-year, $23 million contract and is currently producing 28 yards per game.
Zach, it's disappointing, man. It really is. It's one of these situations where it's like, what is going on? And we talked about it yesterday. It's like, who do you point the finger at? Is it Sean? Is it Evan Ingram? Like, who is it? Because you're paying this man a lot of money, but yet he's not part of the game plan. He's not part of the game plan. But when he's a part of the game plan, he's dropping footballs. So this is why it's hard to kind of wrap my hands around, like, what exactly is going on. All I know is if we're going to go far in the playoffs, we have to have some type of tight end play.
Yes.
All right, we have to have a tight end that can stretch the field if we need to or get the dirty yards. Now, Evan Ingram has shown that one game against the Commanders in man where, hey, I'm a mismatch if you give me the opportunity, and Bo Nix checked to that play. So for Bo, it's like maybe you need to get him more involved yourself. You can't rely on Sean to scheme up plays for him, and Sean has schemed up plays for Evan Ingram to get open, and Bo Nix did not connect with him against the Houston Texans.
Yep.
But for Bo, it's like get everybody involved, which Bo Nix does a great job of usually, but usually it's the receivers first, and then it kind of trickles into the running backs, tight ends. This time, let's take the chunk plays and let's take the easier passes, the running backs, the tight ends, get some rhythm going, get the first down, and then open it up from there.
All right. Man, that has been a complicated story to follow. And really, I mean, how frustrated do you think Evan Ingram is right now?
Oh, man, he's really, really frustrated. And honestly, like, I know a little bit more, and I know how frustrated he is. And he's trying to figure things out, but he's also trying to be a good team player.
Sure.
So he's trying to figure out why he can't be implemented in this offense like he was pitched, but also say, hey, like, we're winning games.
Right.
So why would I sit here and pout when I know we're winning games? But also, if I would sit here and talk to him, it's like, have you done everything that you could possibly do to make sure that when you get those opportunities, you're ready? Because you've dropped balls.
He has.
You have dropped opportunities.
He has.
So a lot of that has to it comes down to focus. It comes down to not knowing when you're going to get the ball. And when you finally get the ball, you're not ready.
Right. And that's a tough intersection because you can't get too frustrated for two of the reasons that you just mentioned. Your team's won 10 games in a row.
Yes.
And you have not held up your end of the bargain in the way that you would have hoped in your own mind, as he has the highest drop rate on the football team. So, yeah, that is just it feels like a riddle that hey, he was the Joker, right?
He was the Joker.
He's actually the Riddler.
Riddle me this.
He's actually the Riddler. He's a riddle that hasn't got solved yet. He's not the Joker. He's the Riddler. I'm going to move forward with that.
Oh, I don't know how much he's going to love that one. Tweet that one out.
No, I mean, obviously, I think everyone's frustrated. Everyone's got to be frustrated.
Yes, he's frustrated. Sean's frustrated, as we know that they had that head-to-head little battle where there was a little friction in the Eagles game.
Yep.
And so they just have to figure out a way to both be happy. And how do you do that? For Sean, implement him a little bit more in the offense. And for Evan Ingram, take advantage of those opportunities.
Yep. And lastly here in terms of pass catchers, my hope is that the Broncos' game plan, and it was clearly an emphasis last week, clearly, and we talked about it for a month, literally a month. Why are they leaning away from Courtland Sutton in the pass game? And I know, guys, he's not a perfect player. And, yes, he will have a drop from time to time. But he's the best wide receiver that the Denver Broncos have, all right, especially when Pat Bryant's not suiting up.
I knew you were going to say something like that.
So, like last week he got 10 targets.
Yeah.
It was the first time he was targeted like that since going back to 2 weeks before Halloween in the Giants game.
I bet that felt good for him to finally get targeted and was shown a little love.
Yeah, and if obviously Sean's forgotten more football than I'll ever know. But from my layman's perspective, I do hope that they continue to put an emphasis on their number one receiver.
Well, let's be real. If Courtland Sutton does not get involved this game, this is a playoff game. That means you utilize your best players. This is your best receiver. If Courtland Sutton does not get involved, we don't win this game. Bo Nix is going to have to find ways to be creative to get Courtland Sutton the football, because I do believe that the Packers are going to double up Court at times, or shell coverage, have somebody over the top, which is going to hurt Court from those 50-50 balls. But down the middle of the field, all right, in zone coverage, there's holes. And Courtland Sutton's a smart receiver. He'll sit in these holes if Bo Nix needs to trust that Courtland's going to find the right holes. And also, Court has to trust that Bo Nix is going to find him. And if they can do that, they'll move the balls down the field, and that will open up Marvin Mims, Troy Franklin, Evan Ingram, and even R.J. Harvey out of the backfield.
All right, man, this is going to be exciting. This is these are the type of games that you hope to play in.
Yes.
And you hope to watch
Yes.
as a fan. And then there's a cherry on top of this one. Phillip Lindsay is going to be the legend of the day. the Broncos legend of the day. Are you nervous?
No, man, I'm actually ready. I'm ready. You know, like I said yesterday, I can't take the shirt off. Can't take the shirt off. My wife will not let me back into the house.
Is she nervous?
I don't think she's really nervous. I think for her, she's thinking, like, this is great for my husband. But, you know, we have our kids, Sophia. How is she's gonna act, you know, with a bunch of people around. I think she's excited for little man. I think at the end of the day, it's for little man to see what dad did.
Yeah.
You know? And so for Morgan, too, it's more of like the cherry on top of, like, what my husband did. And you move from there. You move on from there. I mean, it's going to be a great time touching that football field again. Maybe I'll sneak in the locker room, put a helmet on.
Yeah.
Try to get one carry.
If you were in Sean's vision, he'd give it to you on the one. You know that.
I love it.
Like, hey, get out of there. Phil, go in.
Come in there. We'll be creative. We'll pull 10 guys for you.
Oh, my gosh. Well, it's going to be a really fun afternoon for you and the family, and I'm sure, like, the pride that Morgan's going to feel when that video was playing. I mean, that is just so cool. And I said this to folks yesterday when we were talking about the announcement. If you're going to the game, put on number 30 if you have that jersey. If you don't have one, try to borrow it from a friend. But I'm hoping the number 1 jersey in the building on Sunday is not a Bo Nix jersey, not an Elway or Peyton Manning jersey, but it's a number 30 Phillip Lindsay jersey. And
hell, even if it's a 30 Davis, I'll take it.
Sure. I love it.
I'll take it too.
I absolutely love it. Okay, what are the 5 things that you need to know before Broncos and Packers kick off? We'll pass them along next.
How should Sean Payton protect Bo Nix from Micah Parsons? Can Vance Joseph's defense avoid another December slump? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football pregame show. Live on game day starting at noon. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Honey, look. 4 calling birds.
Do they have cell phones?
Well, yeah. They're called calling birds because they have 4 lines of Cricket 5G.
How do they pay?
Oh, easy. Each line is only $25 a month.
Who are they calling?
Beats me. One sec, gotta take this.
Join Cricket Nation and get 4 lines for $25 per month each. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Cricket may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. New lines only. All lines must be selected. Unlimited plan fees. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G requires a compatible device. It is not available everywhere. See cricketwireless.com for details.
Ulta Beauty's big holiday beauty sale is back with up to 50% off must-have gifts. Shop irresistible deals like the Shark Beauty Flex Style and Benefit Cosmetics travel size mascaras. With new offers weekly, same-day pickup or delivery, and our trusted associates, we make holiday shopping effortless. Head into Ulta Beauty today. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
At 303 Law 4040, we know getting into an accident stinks, and so does getting worked over by the insurance company or even your slick-talking made-for-TV lawyer. So if we can help, just give us a call. 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303 Law 4040.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for Dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop in store at Hellsberg.com for up to 50% off.
Men, it's the holidays, a time of love and joy. But if you suffer from erectile dysfunction, the season can be tough on you. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you and your partner are experiencing struggles because of ED, change it up this year. Give the best gift you can give to the one you love by treating your ED and restoring your relationship. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED, and as a Promenic restorative health practice, we've literally seen countless thousands of relationships renewed across the nation. Plus, with treatments having success rates well over 90%, coupled with many treatment options, we can likely find the right one for you. You may even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us and give your partner the best gift you can give this season, a renewed, restored relationship. Your first visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in our office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
You know that feeling when you catch a glimpse in the mirror and think, hey, I look 10 years younger. That's what happens when you stop dieting and start doing Soda weight loss.
I tried point counting, calorie counting, shots, and nothing has worked until Soda weight loss.
Soda weight loss gives you a personal nutritionist you can text anytime.
Everybody's great here. Everybody's encouraging. There were some times where I felt down and they brought me back up. If you stick with this program, you will lose weight and you will get to your goal weight.
When you sign up for Soda weight loss, your partner joins for free.
If you're ready to feel stronger, healthier, and yes, look and feel 10 years younger, this is your moment. No meds, no gimmicks, just real results with real support.
Remember, sign up now and your partner joins for free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Cake Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. What if you could use the equity in your home to get cash fast? With no appraisal, zero hassle, and less waiting with Cake? You can. The Cake Fast Cash program is like turning your home into your ATM. People are using it to pay off high-interest debt, do renovations, tackle student loans, or cut monthly bills by hundreds, even thousands of dollars. The best part? Your current mortgage rate won't change. With Cake, you also get peace of mind. We're AAA rated by the Better Business Bureau and backed by thousands of 5-star reviews. Cake Mortgage. Your fresh-baked Cake Fast Cash loan is ready to enjoy. So don't wait. Call 720-850-0012. That's 720-850-0012. Or visit cakehome.com for thousands of 5-star reviews.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here with my friend Bonnie at O'Mara Ford.
The holidays are my favorite time of the year. You get O'Mara's low pricing, huge discounts, and just announced 0% for 60 months.
So 5 years without paying any interest?
Not a single cent, make no down payment, and no monthly payment until next year. At O'Mara, we make it fast, fun, and easy.
Just in time for the holidays at O'Mara Ford. Stop by their showroom on 104th and I-25 or visit o'maraford.com.
Catch Telestrator Tuesday weekly on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, where Stink or Stoke dive into the past weekend's games with a coach's eye, using insights into what went right and wrong on critical plays. Telestrator Tuesdays, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank.
Winter is officially here, Denver, and Hermes Worldwide is your ride to all action. Whether you're bundling up to cheer on the Broncos at Empower Field or heading downtown to catch an Avs or Nuggets game, make sure you get there on time and in style. This holiday season, let Hermes Worldwide handle your Christmas light tours, festive nights out, and stress-free airport transfers. Skip the traffic, snow, and parking hassles. Ride in warm, comfortable luxury with a professional driver who gets you there safely. Book now at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Trade Gen Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, bottom half of hour number 4. Bottom half of hour number 4. Here as we hang out on a Bud Light Football Friday at MST Denver, right next to Coors Field. Having a great day. Shout out. I actually want to shout out the staff here at MST Denver, which has treated us just great all day long.
They have, man. They've been great.
Yep, first class, and we appreciate that kind of treatment every single time. All right, 5 things that you need to know before Broncos-Packers. 1, just a quick fact. Sean Payton and Matt LaFleur have gone head-to-head 3 times. Sean Payton is 2-1 against Matt LaFleur, with one of those wins coming in 2023 with Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Matt LaFleur knows that coming here to Empower Field, the altitude, playing Sean Payton, it's going to be a tough task for him. And on top of that, the time that they had the joint practice, they got their butts handed to them.
Yep.
So LaFleur is definitely telling his team, hey, we got to go in there with a professional mindset and go in there with everything we have because they're ready to play. It's a hostile environment. It's going to be a great game.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. And you want to know what? Like, Matt LaFleur does not have to sell his team that the Broncos are good. It's like, dude, we went in there and they put it on us. That's the word that LaFleur used on Tuesday. Quote, they put it on us. So it's like, guys, not only have they won 10 in a row, we would love to do something like that, but when we went there, it didn't end well for us. Sean Payton 2-1 against Matt LaFleur. How about this? This is so cool. The Green Bay Packers have came to Denver 8 times in their team's history, and that's a really great history that they have there in Wisconsin. Just the Super Bowls, the steadiness, and it's a great organization. They came here 8 times and played the Broncos. The Broncos are 7-1 all time in home games against the Green Bay Packers.
It comes down to the altitude. I mean, B. Marsh said it best. He said, I don't want to disrespect the fans because the fans do matter. But it's a little bit different when you have to come to altitude and play fast and play for 60 minutes of football. You will get wore down if you don't have the depth. And for the Green Bay Packers, what kind of happened to them against the Chicago Bears is they kind of got wore down at the end of that game because of the depth, because they're relying on their elite pass rushers, but they don't have necessarily the guys like Tillman and the other one, Jonah Ellis. They don't have the depth like the Denver Broncos defense has where they can give Nick Benito the rest that he needs. Micah Parsons is going to be out there more times than not, and by the fourth quarter, you hope that he's wore down.
Yeah, that is definitely the hope. There's a reason that, fighters from all around the country come train here. The Olympic training facility is in Colorado Springs. Packers are also not just 1-7 in Denver all time, but in the current Empower Field, they have never won a game. 0-5 in the same location that they will be playing on Sunday. How about this, just for a fun fact? Super Bowl 32, we've made reference to that a handful of times throughout the week. John Elway's first Super Bowl, the Denver Broncos' first Super Bowl.
Yeah, that moment, the helicopter.
I mean, it's stuff of legend. It really is. But I don't know if many people realize that's the only time that the Green Bay Packers have ever lost in a Super Bowl. They've been to 5. They're 4-1. Their only blemish, Super Bowl 32.
I'll tell you what, the Denver Broncos are the Green Bay Packers' kryptonite. All right, the Denver Broncos find ways to beat them. Now, was that also the game with McCaffrey pointed?
Yes.
Had that nice block and pointed.
Yes. Yep.
So like it truly was like iconic moments.
Yes.
And so hopefully we can recapture some of that in this game, and this might be the preview of Super Bowl 60.
Yeah, could you imagine, man? Crazy.
The ratings would be out of this world.
Oh, yeah.
Super Bowl 60, Green Bay Packers, Denver Broncos.
Come on. Oh, yeah. With a win, and this is crazy, with a win, Bo Nix and these Denver Broncos will match the streak that was ever had in the Peyton Manning era. And you think about just the greatness that was that era. 11 straight games in 2012. If you guys remember, they got off to a disjointed start. There was so much change and new players and obviously new quarterback.
Yeah.
They were 2-3 heading into Monday Night Football, Week 6 against the Chargers. They got down 23-0, came all the way back, won the game, and never lost the game the rest of the season, which I just think is insane. The Broncos win on Sunday. They will match that win streak, the longest of the Peyton Manning era, and only be looking at one longer win streak in the history of the team, and that's when John Elway and the boys started 14-0 back in 1998.
See, and this is why, for the people out there say, well, we can lose this game. We're, like, this is not an important game like people are putting on or saying. Like, it is an important game. One, it's trying to figure out who you are as a team. You got 4 games left to kind of get the kinks out before the playoffs start. All right, another reason here for the Denver Broncos, you have a win streak. You can keep this going, and you're undefeated at home. You want to keep that going as well. So there's a lot riding on this game. This is an important game, and those players know it. Sean Payton knows it, and the damn fan base knows it.
All right, man. Big boy stuff, big boy streaks, big boy history. Speaking of history, though, I would be remiss if I did not shine light on Matt LaFleur and who he is in December. Again, this is just a stat. One you're only going to hear here on the drive. Matt LaFleur is 21-4 as a head coach in December games. Phil, 21-4 is tied with Vince Lombardi for the best December record in NFL history.
Come on. He's only been coaching for 7 years with the Green Bay Packers, and he's doing things like this. He is a hell of a coach, and he makes sure that he has his teams ready in December. He's making sure that his teams peak at the right time, just like Sean Payton does, right? His teams usually peak at the right time. That's what the Green Bay Packers are doing. So hats off to LaFleur, hats off to having a quarterback like Jordan Love, and also having a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, who's going to go into the Hall of Fame. That helps you win games.
Yep. They're a good organization, man. They just are. Green Bay Packers, well-run, very stable, incredible fan support. I do wonder what percentage of fans, we talked about this earlier in the week, what percentage of fans on Sunday will be Green Bay Packers fans?
What do you think?
I think that
it's a big game.
So in 2023, when they came here, it was about 40% Packers fans. But the team was 2-5 at the time.
Yeah.
So some people said, hey, I'll sell these tickets. I'll make my season ticket money back. And I understand that. To a certain degree, I understand that. I'll say it's 20%. 20%. That 4 out of every 5 fans will still be Bronco fans, because this is what season ticket holders have been waiting for.
Yes.
It's a season like this.
So you're saying 20%?
20% Packers fans, about cut in half from what it was in 2023, something of that ilk.
See, I'm going to go a little bit lower than yours. I don't know if it makes that much of a difference, but I'm going to say 15%.
Okay.
Right? 15% Packer fans, because for Broncos country, like you just got done saying, this is the first time in a long time that we've been able to feel this way, but also there's a bunch of people out there that may not be able to get tickets for these playoff games, and they want to see their team go right now. All right, they want to see their team win at home. So I think 15% are going to be Packers, and the rest is orange and blue, baby.
All right, we'll see what it actually looks like. And I will say this. You don't know everyone's situation.
Yeah.
So someone says, hearing someone say, man, you're a fake fan if you – well, okay, for some people that may be true. But it's also the holiday season. And there might be a concession made by mom or dad so they can have a better Christmas under the tree than going to the one game, because this game is going to be high in demand. I'm not saying it's okay, but providing for some people an explanation, because for a lot of people this is the tightest time of year. So
you're a fake fan, Zach. You're a fake fan. You better be at that game.
Every situation is different. So
no, you're right.
And how about this? One more. With a win on Sunday, Bo Nix will tie Ben Roethlisberger, Andrew Luck, and Dak Prescott for the second most wins by a quarterback in his first 2 seasons.
Great company.
He's at 21. He could get to 22. The record is Russell Wilson with 24 straight wins. That would mean that Bo Nix and the Broncos would have to win out, and Bo Nix would then be that record holder.
Let Bo cook. Let Bo
cook. Love it. All right, it's that time. Final segment on a Friday. Predictions coming up next.
Denver and Green Bay are set for a potential Super Bowl preview. Kick your football Sunday off in style with Denver Game Day, powered by Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos. Live on Game Day starting at 10 a.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from cardholder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more today at bfa.com/cardfwc26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
CVS Health supports people in the moments that matter, from picking up a prescription to connecting care. With nearly 5 million daily interactions and serving 185 million consumers and 1.5 million healthcare professionals, CVS Health holds a trusted place in healthcare. By simplifying care and improving health, we're helping people get the care they need. Learn more at cvshealth.com/investor day.
It's time to pack the CU Event Center for Colorado basketball.
There's alley-oop to that. Holy cow.
The Buffs are back, and single game and group tickets are on sale now. Come cheer on your Buffaloes as they take on Big 12 powerhouses like Arizona, Kansas, Texas Tech, and more. Groups of 10 or more can take part in exciting game day experiences. Grab your tickets today at cubuffs.com/tickets or call the CU Athletics ticket office at 303-492-8282.
Looking to sell your used Rolex watch? We buy and sell pre-owned Rolex watches, all styles from old to new. Hi, I'm Scott Matthew with Matthew's Fine Watches and Jewelry. Bring in your Rolex watch and we will buy it on the spot. Matthews, located in Highlands Ranch, serving Colorado since 1951.
Welcome to Blue Sports Stable, Colorado's premier multi-sport destination. Their massive facility features ice rinks, indoor turf, basketball courts, golf simulators, fitness center, and restaurant, all under one roof. Perfect for families and groups with themed public skates, ice bumper cars, learn-to-play programs, birthday parties, corporate events, and team-building activities. Open to everyone. Come play, skate, celebrate, and connect. Visit BlueSportsStable.com and follow @BlueSportsStable on Instagram. Blue Sports Stable, something for everyone.
Toyotathon is on at Corwin Toyota. Save big when you lease a new 2025 Tacoma SR5 for just $369 down and $369 a month, or drive off in a new 2025 RAV4 XLE for as little as $399 down and $399 a month. Unwrap your holiday savings during the Toyotathon sales event. Visit us off Pearl Parkway or shop online at CorwinToyotaBoulder.com. Corwin Toyota, family driven for over 100 years.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, Dr. Joseph Ramos is both a doctor and a lawyer, combining legal and medical expertise. He can help. Ramos Law, the official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. RamosLaw.com.
Men, we hear it all the time. A man comes in to get his erectile dysfunction treated, and very soon thereafter, he tells us that his relationship is renewed. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and you should know that ED doesn't just affect you, it also often affects your partner. They can feel undesired, unwanted, they may even feel like you don't love them anymore. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we've successfully treated thousands of men for ED with protocols that have success rates as high as 90%. Which means if you're like most men, we can get you back to the guy you used to be. You could even last up to an hour or more and find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and give your partner the gift of renewed love. Your first visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Tune into Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Tribe with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, final segment on a Bud Light Football Friday from MST Denver. Really fun afternoon.
Great show, man.
Went by very quickly. And
Bud Light sounds pretty good, too.
Yes, it does. a cold beverage sounds real good right after this one. May have to stick around for a minute. But before we get to that,
Mr. Phillip Lindsay.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about what we expect to happen this weekend. Give me a prediction from within the game.
Yeah.
And ultimately a score prediction for Broncos-Packers. Can the Denver Broncos win 11 in a row? Cannot believe that's a sentence.
For the Denver Broncos, there's a lot of pressure in this game. You have this win streak. You're undefeated at home. You have a chance to continue to fight for that number one spot, the number one seed, which is the most important thing. And also just grow your game if you're an offense. Continue to work on small things if you're the defense. Special teams, can you come up with a bigger play? Because special teams matter in the playoffs, Zach. With that being said, the biggest moments are going to come from somebody like R.J. Harvey, all right, that you're not expecting, that's starting to kind of turn it on a little bit. Can he be explosive? Can he bring that rushing attack and that ground and pound mentality so that you can open up the pass game, so that you can open up play action? I'm predicting that R.J. Harvey's going to have another solid game. Okay, when we're not going great, let's go solid.
Okay.
Let's go 15 carries for 70 yards, 1 touchdown.
Okay.
I'll take that. I want to say
I
that's
would
like
take that
5
right.
yards, almost 5 yards a carry, if not 5 yards a carry. He's going to keep a defense honest. We're going to get that from R.J. Harvey. Okay, but this game is coming down to the end of the game. It's coming down to the fourth quarter, Zach. It's coming down to the special teams. And it's not going to be Will Lutz with the big you-know-what kicking the field goal.
No, you didn't. Oh, no, I can see it from a distance.
You see it. You got Josh Jacobs driving down the field because you know Josh Jacobs is the Broncos boogeyman. Now, if he plays. Okay, Jordan Love, he's calm, cool, collected. He's driving down the field. It's setting up. Maybe let's just say 10 seconds left in the game. 7 seconds left in the game. All right, let's be more dramatic. 7 seconds left in the game. You know who runs out there to kick the field goal, Zach? Who runs out there to kick the field goal?
Brandon McManus.
Brandon McManus.
Oh, God.
Who helped the Denver Broncos win a Super Bowl.
Yes,
It's
he
his
did.
time to shine to help the Green Bay Packers out. But this time it doesn't end with a fairy tale ending, with a fairy tale story, right? This is not the story that he was looking for. He shanks the kick.
Oh, my gosh.
And Denver Broncos win the game.
Wow.
23-26.
Oh, my gosh. You are too funny. That was pretty detailed. That was a very specific prediction. Man, the BMAC portion of it. You know, I think a lot of people forget, like, he is still in the league. Von Miller, the only members of Super Bowl 50 that are still in the NFL.
Crazy.
And McManus, through some calamitous events, winds up in Green Bay, Wisconsin, kicking for the first place Packers. Like, dang, that's landing on your feet.
Yeah, I know, right?
That is landing on your feet. I'll go with my prediction within the game. My prediction within the game is that it's Jaleel McLaughlin who has the longest run of the day for either team.
Yeah.
For either team. It's Jaleel. He has been there. He's been close, but he hasn't had that moment yet. And I think he'll have a run today or on Sunday that changes a drive, and that drive changes the game. In terms of the game, I have really gone back and forth on this. I have gone back and forth. The Packers, guys, the odds makers are not trolling the Denver Broncos by putting them as an underdog. There is a reason. This is, I think, the most complete team that the Broncos will see this year is Green Bay, or at least to date. Even better than Philly, even better than Kansas City. I wish I knew right now if Mike McGlinchey was playing in the game or not. I wish I knew right now if Josh Jacobs was playing in the game or not. And they're both massive for Broncos and the Packers. But because there's one on each side, I'll just act like they're both going to play, okay? Because we don't have information that says otherwise. I think this is a low-scoring, grinded-out football game. I think this thing is like 7-6 at halftime, all right? But I ultimately will go with the Green Bay Packers coming into Denver and getting their second win ever. And I know
I'll protect you, Zach.
I'm
I'll
getting
protect
booed
you.
here. I'm getting booed at MST. I have to just be authentically myself. This is not what I want to happen. This is what I think after really, diving into the matchup. 10 wins in a row is psychotic. And if you will, the Broncos are due. And I have the Packers winning this one in a low-scoring nail-biter, 17-16.
All right.
But all is not lost. It's not an AFC game. I think they'll be just fine, but that's where I stand for right now.
So we listen to Mike Kliss.
Hope I'm dead wrong. Guys, have a great weekend. Shout out MST Denver and the way that they treated us today. First class all the way. And have a great weekend. Be kind to one another this weekend. Happy holidays. We'll be back on Monday. We step aside. It's Denver Sports Tonight coming up next.
Will the Broncos defense overwhelm Jordan Love? Will R.J. Harvey put together another solid performance in the... We'll react to it all in the Fan Football Postgame Show. Live on game day starting